always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life. I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light. Ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah bitch I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on the shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
Hey guys, how you going? Okay, I've had a very busy week this week. If you're watching this later on, catch up later on, just skip ahead 5 minutes if you don't want to hear about it. Because for the next 5 minutes, I'm just going to talk. Okay, 48 years worth of stuff is a lot. Okay, the shed was one of the hardest things to do. My dad had stored, I don't know, old taps, old tools and new tools, old drills and new ones. There was a lot of stuff. And my daughter, apparently, in the house had been going for weeks before that, trying to empty out room by room. Okay, before we got in there, she thought there wasn't much, so she ordered a small truck, which didn't completely do it. So we had to keep going for days and days, and then we had to clean. So, yeah, it's done. There was only one thing left to do, which was take down a cubby house that my parents had built for my kids. And I'm not sure if that's been taken down yet or not, but I'm sure they've got it covered. Okay. What else? Shannon has been sending me some stuff, right? Thank you, Shannon. Have you ever looked at chiropractors' how to crack your backs, right? And read the comments? The comments are gold, okay? Anyway, I ended up on the floor in very strange positions because of Shannon sending me these crack your back videos. I got one crack out of the whole lot and I was watching more on my own. So there you go. What else? I also have to say that, okay, everything mentioned in this video is alleged until proven otherwise, and everyone is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law, okay? Now, before we do go to the news, I'm just going to say hello to everyone. I missed you guys. Hey, Deb, how you going? Out to lunch, how you going? Out of sight and dynamite, how you going? Carl, how you going? Shannon's here, or was here. Lady Stardust, how you going? Who else have we got in here? Oh. We have, and Alex is in here. We have Stew to You. SW is back under another name. Kai's here. How you going, Kai? I tuned in this morning for a little bit, but I was busy doing things and I didn't get to comment. Kai said, got to get groceries, be right back. Still got a running around to do, but I'm listening in like a good little groupie. Oh, God love ya. Hey, Deb J. How you doing? The two Debs. Gen X, how you going? Who else have we got in here? Carl's back. Sherry, how you going? And Sherry, congratulations, new great-grandmother. Zena, how you going? Who else have we got? Shannon is back. Yep, he's here. Who else? Is that it? Sybil, how you going, Sybil? You were here taking lawn mowing clippings to the chooks. Oh, that's a good idea. Okay. The Mad Cutter, how you going? Kirsten, how you going? I missed you guys. Sorry. Okay. Let's go over to the news. There's a lot. Okay. While I've been MIA, there is a lot of stuff going on. Gunther Eagleman said the motion to invoke cloture on the nomination for Pete Hegseth passed just now with a 51-49 vote. Not 100% sure what cloture means. Give me a sec. I just did that like 5 minutes ago. A parliamentary procedure by which debate is ended and immediate vote is taken on the matter under discussion. Okay. In legislative assemblies that permit unlimited debate, filibuster, a motion, procedure or rule by which debate is ended so that a vote may be taken on the matter. Okay, so they've got to vote on it. Okay, I had to do that live because and I'm thinking, what is cloture? Okay. Eric Doherty said breaking a constitutional amendment has been filed. Now, take this with a grain of salt. I don't know if this is true. For allowing President Trump to seek a third term in office. No person shall be elected to the office of the president more than 3 times, nor be elected to any additional term after being elected to 2 consecutive terms, and no person who has held the office of president or acted as president for more than 2 years of a term to which some other person was elected president shall be elected to the office of president more than twice. It was filed by Congressman Andy Ogles, a Republican in Tennessee. Wow, I don't know. There you go. Peter Sweden said the horrific details about the Southport attack in the UK is now coming out. Oh dear. 7-year-old girl was, her life was taken after being knifed 85 times. A 6-year-old girl whose life was taken after being knifed 122 times. A little girl was knifed 32 times and she was running out of the building when the attacker pulled her back inside. She survived. A 9-year-old girl died after multiple knife wounds and injuries to her skull and ribs. The attacker also continued to knife children after they had collapsed on the floor. I have no words to describe such evil. And there has been a big cover-up about this attack. And Eam Niles Chong seems to think he will be eligible for parole. Ah, dear. Okay, Adam Karabachi was replying to the X22 report because the X22 report said, who understands this symbolism? I don't know. She means business on the warpath. I don't know. The look when you get when your husband is about to destroy the people that raided your underwear drawer. That too. Right, let's see what people are saying. The sharp black V slashing over pristine white, the duality of light and shadow. This is not just fashion, it's a reckoning. It whispers of vengeance, yes, but not the petty kind. This is a vendetta born of silence, of dignity preserved, while the world sneered. The hat that veils her eyes is a warning, not a retreat. She does not need to see you to command you. She does not ask for respect, she takes it. The press mocked her grace, now they will feel her silence with an echo in a cavern, vast and endless. She's not here to please, she's here to remind us that elegance, when forged in fire, becomes armour. And perhaps she has already seen the truth. Those who exist only to tear down others are but shadows, and shadows fade when the light returns. Interesting. Symbolism, it's a declaration. In 2017, Melania embodied Jackie, Grace Under Fire. A steady presence in chaos, but in 2025, think chess. Is the game being played public or private? She's the queen, Trump's most powerful piece on the board. And what's the queen's role in chess? Queen protects king. She moves freely, strikes with precision, and reshapes the battlefield. It isn't just a fashion statement, it's a masterstroke of optics and strategy. Every detail is intentional, every move symbolic. Exactly like the board said, symbolism will be their downfall. The game unfolding isn't just optics, public optics, it's layered. Melania's presence sends a clear message to the DS that the board is set and the chess moves are in motion. The end won't be for everyone. And as for this game of chess being played, to be blunt, game over. Dark Maga, here we go. Okay, back one more. Yes. Okay, I forgot to like the X22 reports post, obviously. Whoops. Oh no! I just backed my way right out of there. Okay, let's get back. Lucky I wasn't too far in. Elon Musk said the recommendation algorithm on this platform sucks. I want to talk to the manager right now. Hello, Elon. Obviously, he's being funny. What are these things? Why does Elon hate X's algorithm? He is the manager, by the way. Benny Johnson said breaking President Donald Trump terminated Anthony Fauci's $15 million security detail last night, according to CNN. There you go. He can pay for his own. Benny Johnson said breaking President Trump has revoked $2 million per month security detail from Mike Pompeo. What is going on? Why are they getting so much for security detail? $2 million per month? $15 million, is that per month? I don't know. That's insane. Per month. Topher Fields said if Peter Dutton MP here in Australia can't find his spine now, then he doesn't have one. Dutton has doubled down on Paris and climate change, ensuring the Liberal Australia are about to miss the greatest opportunity of their lives. The Liberals will continue their march into oblivion. Mark my words, the coming federal election will mark a new low in the primary vote for both the major parties. That's why, look, you've got to vote like Libertarian, One Nation, all of them. If One Nation doesn't have a representative in your area, vote Libertarian or one of the other small parties, you know, the alternative ones. This cowardice from Dutton has cemented the rise of Libertarian Australia along with continued success for One Nation, and that's a good thing. The duopoly will be broken before the end of this decade. Minority governments will be the norm in Australia by 2035, and a Prime Minister from another party will happen by 2040. Dutton is guaranteeing it. Read the room, mate. Read the freaking room. Absolute joke. Peter Dutton urged to dump Paris Agreement and follow Trump's big move. Rebel MPs are urging Peter Dutton to dump the Paris Agreement in the wake of US President Donald Trump's big move to scrap the global climate change deal. Okay. Sudden and unexpected said, Vladimir Putin is reportedly pushing for the extradition of Dr. Anthony Fauci to Russia to face charges of crimes against humanity. Apparently Joe Biden gave him a pardon. Related to the pandemic as part of a proposed deal to negotiate an end to the war in Ukraine. That's interesting. It's a fabricated story. The US does not have extradition treaty or convention with Russia. Okay, but it's interesting, even if it is made up. Oh, God love you.
Uncomofo tipped $3. Hev's got to move it, then look to YouTube for self-back-cracking videos.
I've got to move it. I've got to move it. I've got to move it. I do. Hey, my back feels all right, though. Inventor said, question for UK, Canadian, Australian, New Zealand citizens. Would you like your nation to officially duplicate America's Constitution and most of President Trump's new policies and intentions? Yes, and I can say most of them because you'll find out why I titled this video, No. No way. Hell no. Okay, shortly. I have a problem. James Melville said Al Gore at WEF Davos. Okay, Davos is going down. If we get to true net zeros, temperature will stop going up almost immediately, a lag time of only 3 to 5 years. Look, I'll let him say it because he's an idiot and he has no idea what he's talking about. But hey, let's have a listen anyway.
If we get to true net zero, temperatures will stop going up almost immediately, lag time of only 3 to 5 years. And if we stay at true net zero, approximately half of the anthropogenic CO2 will fall out of the atmosphere in as little as 25 to 30 years. So it's up to us to get this done. And young people around the world are demanding it. The only thing that we may lack in the view of some people is political will. But please always remember that political will is itself a renewable resource.
Did anyone else hear his voice and how shaky that was? I know it wasn't very loud. And thank you, Shannon, you're a legend. But did anyone hear how shaky his voice? He sounded like terrified. Matt Whitlock, said banker at Davos says quiet part out loud. The truth is net zero is big business for us. People stopped caring about climate change when they realised it's all a money laundering scheme to make rich liberals richer while making their lives more expensive.
Their reliance on fossil fuels. But when we set this up at Standard Chartered in the beginning, it was two prongs. One was we've got to do our bit to do the right thing vis-a-vis our clients because they want to transition to a net zero environment, but it requires massive investment. That's what we do. We come up with those dollars. But two is we make money. Right? It's a big business for us, and you know, we made we gave the guidance the reliance on fossil fuels. But when we set this up at Standard Chartered in the beginning, it was two prongs. One was we've got to do our bit to do the right thing vis-a-vis our clients because they want to transition to a net zero environment, but it requires massive investment. That's what we do. We come up with those dollars. But two is we make money. Right? It's a big business.
Okay, just so you got that twice. I meant to do that. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Concerned citizens said full Trump speech to the World Economic Forum in Davos today. 40 glorious minutes of Trump telling the globalist lunatics to go fuck themselves without saying go fuck yourself. Okay? I'm not going to play the whole 44 minutes, but there's little bits here and there. DC Drano said, is there anything better than Trump standing up to Davos elites? For years, our biggest banks froze conservative accounts while credit card companies complied with Marxist demands to track gun purchases in New York and California. Now they're smothering the middle class with record high interest rates and fees. If we really want to send a message, pass the Credit Card Competition Act and break down this monopoly.
And by the way, speaking of you, and you've done a fantastic job, but I hope you start opening your bank to conservatives because many conservatives complain that the banks are not allowing them to do business within the bank, and that included a place called Bank of America. They don't take conservative business. And I don't know if the regulators mandated that because of Biden or what, but you and Jamie and everybody, I hope you're going to open your banks to conservatives because what you're doing is wrong.
There you go. Good stuff. Craig Kelly said, Crimea River, WF, and complete meltdown at Davos. Trump has won and we have lost. Let me just turn this down so it doesn't blare in your ears again.
Trump has done something no person in the world has ever done before. A dead man, a dead politician, has risen. Somebody who, if we were 4 years ago at Davos, he's buried, dead politically, known to me. He's now returned. This is the greatest comeback in political history. of a politician. And then, therefore, he thinks he can do anything.
We need to also factor in not only who's won, which is Trump, but who's lost, which is to say us.
Trump has done something no...
Ha 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 ha. Unacceptable Canadian girl said over 3,000 hookers have been flown into Davos in the last 48 hours to help fight climate change. It's going to work, isn't it? Well done. Larry Alex Taunton said this is Ursula von der Leyen. She's the unelected president of the European Commission, and this is her ride. An Audi A8, 6.3-litre, 585 horsepower, 12-cylinder, gas-guzzling beast. It gets 12 miles per gallon. She's here at the WF in Davos, Switzerland, to lecture you on your carbon footprint. I wonder how much was her hair cost to do too, and how much carbon the hairdryer or whatever it is that did her hair expelled during that, what do you reckon, hour worth of hairstyle? I don't know. I think they should blow it out their ass. Jim Ferguson said the globalists are terrified. In Davos, the WF elites are in full panic mode. You can hear it in their trembling voices. Their grip on power is slipping. The election of President Trump has sent shockwaves through their globalist stronghold, shaking the very foundation of their sinister plans. The people are waking up. The narrative they controlled for so long is crumbling. Their whispers of control, censorship and manipulation can no longer drown out the roar of freedom. Trump's return has ignited a global movement against their agenda, and they know their days of unchecked dominance are numbered. The WEF thought they could push their dystopian vision, 15-minute cities, digital IDs and centralised power, onto the world without resistance. But their plans have been derailed by a global awakening. They're terrified of losing control, and their desperation is written all over their faces. The world is watching, the people are rising, the tide is turning. They're not just afraid of Trump, they're afraid of us. Let's have a little listen.
One way to look at the Trump administration and what to expect from them in the future is that it is an abrupt reversal of the Biden administration. I think my biggest concern would be a move away from global collective action on pressing problems like climate and security and public health, to name a few. There seems to be a rejection of COP already, moving out of the Paris Agreement, emphasis on carbon-based fuel production and a canceling of the green. So I think this is quite harmful to prospects of international cooperation, and my hope would be that the rest of the world would ignore this rather than learn from it. But if people view the Trumpian moment as something to learn from, then I think we're in big trouble for the world economy.
Ha ha. Meanwhile, in Australia, both our leaders on the left and right are stubbornly sticking to the destructive agenda of the three-letter agencies. I'm afraid we'll be the last to get out if we get out at all. Both Labor and Liberal are committed to keep sending these criminals our money and turning us into a third world under the guise of net zero. Yes, well, they're failing. So what happens to our politicians when they scrap it? Will our politicians still be banging on about it? Probably. James Melville said this is bonkers. The vast majority of people are not going to use their neighbour's car, or indeed a neighbour is not going to let anyone use their car. That's the problem with bullshit like this coming from the Davos mob. It doesn't take into account basic human nature. Listen to this half-wit. Seriously, who put this woman in any position of power?
So this is why we talk about mobility, because actually if you can get people to share a car, you can take out, a lot of cars in the streets. I think it's Singapore where they looked at how they could bring it down to about 40% of the cars if we would use them smarter. And the interesting thing about technology is that it makes sharing easy and fun and not annoying. It used to be a little bit difficult to share, you would have to go in somewhere in the other end of town and get a key, and that's not what you want to do if you want to take your car. But if you can just use your neighbor's car because you have a smartphone and an app and you don't even need to know the neighbor to get into his car, or if you can find ways of carpooling, and this is what technology helps you do, it's much easier and much more fun to share. And you start then thinking completely different about transport and traffic. And I think it's very important that we do not just try to fix yesterday's paradigm, but think about how do we want a city to move. So this is why we talk.
I wonder how much she shares her car or any of her stuff. Like I said ages ago, you go first, love. You show us how it's done, all you Davos people. You show us how it's done. Lead by example. Otherwise, your words mean nothing. Darren Grimes said new Argentinian PM, Javier Milei, at the Davos Globalist Jamboree. Is it not true that as we speak in the UK, citizens are being imprisoned for exposing horrifying crimes committed by Muslim migrants, crimes that the government seeks to conceal? That's telling them. Bo Loudon said breaking global superstar Conor McGregor has confirmed he's running for president of Ireland and that he'll make Ireland great again. Let's go. Go Ireland. Why not? Okay, Michael O'Keefe said this is how it happens. The Irish government sends Garda and foreign security guards into a small rural community. They use overwhelming force and resources to transform green fields into a migrant plantation. This is happening all over Ireland. Okay, there's a very shaky camera there. Okay, but anyway, that's what's going on apparently, allegedly. Michael O'Keefe said Conor McGregor's boxing coach Phil Sutcliffe decided to become a politician because Ireland is being overrun with immigrants. He was elected to Dublin Council where he's consistently upset the Libs by speaking honestly about immigration. Well done, mate. Ooh. Oh, God love you.
Stu2, you tipped $3. There's a track winding back to an old-fashioned shack along the road to Gundagai where the blue gums are growing and the Murrumbidge's flowing beneath that sunny sky.
Definitely, Stu. Thank you, legend. There's a track winding back to an old-fashioned shack along the road to Gundagai where the blue gums are growing and the Murrumbidge's flowing beneath that sunny sky. Okay. Back to it. Physicgrad24 said, did anyone accuse President Macron of being a Nazi? Apparently, Elon Musk did this the other day and people think it was a Nazi salute. To me, that means my heart goes out to you. All right? My heart goes out to you. Anyway, there you go. Did anyone accuse Macron of doing the same thing? Bro said, imagine being such a disingenuous see you in the NT to boo Novak Djokovic. Typical of Melbourne people, though, it's a failed state because apparently during the tennis, he bowed out due to injury and they were... But I heard, look, honestly, I know someone who watches the tennis and they said the crowd was awful anyway. When someone went to take a shot, they'd all start making noise, you know? I don't know. People in Melbourne, I don't know what's wrong with them. They've lost the plot. The people who go to the tennis anyway, they've lost the plot. Not everyone in Melbourne. Yeah. Define L said Elon, between Diddy and Epstein, there's probably several thousand hours of footage there. Time to release these files too. Apparently Trump just released the JFK, MLK, and something else files. Hang on, I'll find out shortly. Just let me check this volume before I play this because I'm probably going to blow your ears off.
Between Diddy and Epstein, there's probably several thousand hours of footage here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird that the people on those videos are lecturing the rest of us about our moral failings, isn't it?
Yeah, it's weird.
What is that?
Well, I mean, part of how they deflect attention from themselves is by, criticizing the morals of others.
Yes.
It's sort of like a preemptive moral strike. Those who are saying Trump is a threat to democracy are themselves actually the threat to democracy.
It feels like we're getting to a place where the rest of us know too much. Like, what happens next now that we know all this? The kidnapper's shown us his face. Like, what happens?
Well, I think if between Diddy and Epstein,
Okay, we want that list. We want it. Riley Gaines said confirm Kash Patel and release the Epstein list. Sean Ryan said I'm ready for the Epstein list. We're all ready for the Epstein list. Come on. Epstein Sheet said AOC is urging her followers to resist ICE officers. One of the most simple things that we can do is just not comply, she said. AOC needs to be thrown out of Congress as a subversive. Well, isn't this against the law? And seriously, I think she's putting people's lives in danger by saying this. The army's down there, okay? I don't know, but let's listen to this insane woman.
And one of the most simple things that we can do is just not comply. Today, the Trump administration, and also last night, the Trump administration signed a bunch of illegal executive orders. For example, Donald Trump tried to sign an executive order to end birthright citizenship in this country, which is part of the Constitution. It is day one already trying to shred the foundational documents of American society and try to end birthright citizenship, which basically, as we know, if you are born in the United States, you are a United States citizen. That remains, that is the law, that is the Constitution. And he just tried to sign a piece of paper trying to say no. We don't have to listen to him. It's illegal. We don't have to treat this seriously. It's a joke. And that's not to say that what they're trying to do isn't serious. It is serious. But we should not consent in advance.
I think she's putting people's lives in danger. And she's wrong about the Constitution, I believe. Hang on. I believe she's wrong about the Constitution. If a government official makes public statements encouraging people to disobey executive orders of the US president or to break the law, they could potentially face several criminal charges depending on the context of their statements and the actions that follow. Inciting rebellion or insurrection, sedition, obstruction of justice, misprision of felony, conspiracy, violation of the Hatch Act. Whoa. Hey, AOC, I think you got a few problems here coming up. Ian Carroll said, now let's get 9/11 and Epstein going. Yes, exactly. Massive breaking. President Trump signs order to classify all files related to the assassination of John F. Kennedy, Robert F. Kennedy, and Martin Luther King Jr. Everything is about to change. And that was Benny Johnson. Let's go. We do want the Epstein list, though. We really want that Epstein list. How you going, Robert? How you going, Cromel? Is anyone else here that I've missed? The Mad Catter. Menacing Muskrat. Happy days. Oh, happy days. Timmy! How you going, Timmy? Here you go, Shredder. I hope I haven't missed anyone, guys. Okay, let's keep going. Epstein Sheets said breaking. The Biden crime family's blanket pardons by Joe are going to be investigated by Congress. Dr. Death too. So, Fauci is going to be, the whole blanket pardon thing is going to be investigated by Congress. Wait until people find out that Joe wasn't really, you can't. He can't. He wasn't in charge. That's just my opinion, mind you, my theory. And everything mentioned here today, okay, is until proven otherwise, it's theory until proven otherwise. Benny Johnson said massive breaking. President Trump, so I just did read that one, didn't I? Epstein Sheets said 15 years ago, Al Gore at the COP15 Climate Change Conference in Copenhagen told the audience that the polar ice caps would be gone in 5 years. New Orleans, 22nd of the 1st, 2025. I believe it snowed in Florida. Is that cold enough for you? Do you still believe in global warming? Defriends memes said they tried to drop a story where they said Barack was having an affair with Jennifer Aniston to try and make Obama look straight. Not working. Okay. How bad is it? They still know you're gay. You know what? I'd be very surprised if turned out to be a woman. I don't think so. But I think what they tried to do was make her out to be a woman because, look, he's having an affair with Jennifer Aniston. Sam, again, snow is still on the beach and a stunning sunrise. Florida has it all. What a shot this morning at Pensacola Beach. Snow. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Okay. This is where I went. No. No way. Hell no. Okay. Luke Radowski said, I think the mRNA, the thing gave some people the big C, right? But now we're developing a new one to cure it. Joe Pendleton has said if their that thing there gave people C, was it the MR or was it the actual payload it delivered that caused it? Furthermore, people who currently have deadly incurable cancer might welcome taking a risk with I don't know. In addition, the approach is unlikely to succeed. The investment is AI infrastructure. Larry Ellison, who is no medical expert, talked about one potential use as an example, but it's not the main point. Okay? Because I heard something, I just went, hell no. But you know what? I don't know. When we know that there's other medications that work, I don't think there's any need for it anyway. But it's worth a thought, okay? End tribalism in politics, said Nicole Shanahan, warns of an extinction-level event. I'll explain this more in a minute. If AI developed this thing here, are rushed into use. What we need for the mRNA platform right now is a moratorium, not ready for human use, this person believes. As always, see your doctor if pain persists. It delivers an inconsistent result in individuals. In order for our population to grow, to be strong, to be fully able-bodied, now for our human economy to thrive, we do need a moratorium on the mRNA for the time being. AI is a computer system, human health is not. There's so many that could have been shared in yesterday's conference that are really excellent uses of AI. I heard a few that were kind of out there, and if deployed too quickly, could lead to an extinction event. Extinction level event. Okay, this is all about the mRNA, because Trump had Larry Ellison up on stage talking about this, proposing AI, mRNA vaccines for people, okay? Dr. Shannon Croner asked, what kind of sick joke is this? This is Larry Ellison, Oracle, and his evil laugh proposing those things. Can someone call for Robert Kennedy Jr. ASAP to come to the press room and drop the hammer on this guy and remove him from the building? What is this diabolical nonsense? POTUS, sorry, but this Ellison guy should never have the mic again, ever. He was never part of the equation when America elected you. Let's have a little listen. You know I love Trump, and I'm not against. I believe this might be, maybe exposure even. I don't know. Maybe just letting us know what tech they have, and he has to tell us. I don't know. Let's see. Part of the show. Let's have a look.
You look even better. Thank you, Mr. President. One of the most exciting things we're working on, using the tools that Sam and Masa are providing, is a cancer vaccine. It's very interesting. It turns out, I'll be quick, all of our cancers, cancer tumors, little fragments of those tumors float around in your blood. So you can do early cancer detection. If you can do using AI, you can do early cancer detection with a blood test. And using AI to look at the blood test, you can find the cancers that are actually seriously threatening the person. So we can, again, cancer diagnosis using AI has the promise of just being a simple blood test. Then beyond that, once we gene sequence that cancer tumor, you can then vaccinate the person, design a vaccine for every individual person to vaccinate them against that cancer. And you can make that vaccine, that mRNA vaccine, you can make that robotically, again using AI, in about 48 hours. So imagine early cancer detection, the development of a cancer vaccine for your particular cancer aimed at you, and have that vaccine available in 48 hours. This is the promise of AI and the promise of the future.
Unless it's something that starts with F, Fenben, and either, or me Ben, whatever it's called, my Ben, the other one. No, thank you. No, you can keep that. No, I think everybody has turned off what he just said because of the 4 years ago. No, thank you. But it's not mandatory, okay? And it's up to each individual, and he's not making it mandatory, but I'm very careful about when I hear things like that. And I'll wait and see what happens. Vigilance said, check out this clip about Ellison and the others at yesterday's Trump presser, courtesy of, and we know I can't really play this, I don't think. Can I? I don't know. Okay, this video that I'm about to play is not reflective of what I think. Okay? Just letting you know.
Well, still, if President Trump does things that I don't like or appreciate, I'm going to bring them up. And one of those happened here recently where he brought a guy up who wants to basically talk about vaccines. Yeah. This guy walks up. Let me see if I got that. I was going to talk about it later, but I'll bring it up now since I'm talking. Lots of people are losing it. This is News Trees and Channel 17 because a press conference discussed mRNA vaccines. That was the whole point. So according to News Trees and Channel 17, who received a pardon yesterday? Fauci. mRNA vaccines, right? He's the one that put all that together. How do you advance a narrative, create controversy? Relax, everyone. Trump knows exactly what he's doing. He's 17 steps ahead in this plan. Well, it's interesting because Larry Ellison, the guy who came up and said, we're going to do this mRNA vaccine. I don't want to play his clip. I'm just, actually, should I play it? I probably should play it. I think I have it saved, if I remember right. Let me go over here. Here it is, right here. I'm going to bring this up.
This is what I think is probably this thing here. Lots of people are losing it today because of the, mention of it. That was the whole point. Who received a pardon yesterday? Fauci. Who's balls deep in it? Fauci. How do you advance the narrative? Create controversy. Relax, everyone. He knows exactly what he's doing. I'm just saying, I don't like that bit of it, okay? I don't agree with everything Trump does all the time. That's one I don't agree with, but he didn't say it, actually. They did. But anyway, again, what's this one? Ian Carroll said all of MAGA and Maha should oppose this project to their last breath. We are the media now. Get loud. It's one thing to fund AI innovation. It's a different thing to give a golden ticket to a CIA stooge and a sociopathic murderer to give them oversight over what could quite possibly be the invention of AGI paired with digital mass surveillance state. Hell no. No, Trump did not stab them in the back. There's a reason he does what he does, okay? Just hang in there. MJ Truth Ultra said this is wild. Something very interesting is going on. Elon Musk co-founded OpenAI. Elon breaks with OpenAI. Elon goes on Joe Rogan and says he's worried about OpenAI doing unethical things. Names Sam Altman by name. Tucker interviews the mother of OpenAI whistleblower who was suicided, implicates Sam Altman as someone involved. Days later, Trump launches the Stargate program in collaboration with OpenAI and brings Sam Altman to speak about it. Today, Elon Musk criticised OpenAI, stating they don't have enough money for Stargate and basically openly criticised the deal. It appears that most trusted around Trump are the most critical at spotlighting, while Trump himself remains neutral. I don't know exactly what's going on, but I have a feeling that everything will work out, and this is part of an exposure process. That's what I think. Announcing the Stargate this is OpenAI project. The Stargate project is a new company which intends to invest $500 billion over the next 4 years, building a new AI infrastructure for OpenAI in the United States. We'll begin deploying $100 billion immediately. This infrastructure will secure. Elon Musk said they don't actually have the money. Elon Musk said SoftBank has well under $10 billion secured. I have that on good authority. Very interesting. I think it's exposure again. Mark said, Elon Musk said to Tucker Carlson, I don't trust Sam Altman, and I don't think we want the most powerful AI in the world controlled by someone who's not trustworthy. There you go. Not Melissa Vitelli said, everyone's upset about this big V talk, but let's not forget it won't be mandated. Relax. Luke said, so they make a, procedure, force you to take it and find out later it gives you cancer and sells you the cure, which is another one. Read the room, dude. We hate you people. What in the Clockwork Orange dystopian 1984, 13 monkeys, 28-day later kind of bullshit is this? Died suddenly said this will not make America healthy again. No medical decisions without RFK Jr., period. And Vandersteel said, here's the deal. Americans do not want their DNA forked with using some new mRNA jab custom designed using AI in the hopes that it might prevent the big C. We don't want AI programmed by libs, and we don't want corporate government ruling by mandates. Free means free, no bullshit. Free the J6s, dissolve all agency, fake government. Mandates will not be followed. Elon Musk said true. Cernovich said Epstein Island attendee Reid Hoffman funded the lawfare against Trump. Said he wanted Trump to have been taken out. This was a few days before the assassination attempt, and Sam Altman is a big fan of Reid. Okay, there you go. Sam Altman said very few people realise just how much Reid Hoffman did and spent to stop Trump from getting re-elected. Seems reasonably likely to me that Trump would still be in office without his efforts. Thank you, Reid. That's what Sam Altman said. He was behind him. So what's going on? Interesting. Viva Fry said, you can't fault a president who wants to find a cure for the big C, but Larry Ellison comes off as someone who has no idea what he's talking about and is just dropping all the trending buzzwords in one sequence of verbal diarrhea. Maybe he's there to try and make Trump look bad. Cancer AI, gene sequence, mRNA, robotic, promise of the future, nothing wrong with doing research, nothing wrong with ambitious goals. But you also cannot blame people for fearing this is starting to look like the same medical techno-tyranny 2.0 that was 1.0 before, 4 years ago. Plus, mRNA technology has not exactly been a success in its initial mass human experimentation. Maybe get to the bottom of the failed first one before diving headfirst into a second iteration of AI-driven mRNA gene sequencing robotic vaccines. And see your doctor if pain persists. Oh, no. Donald J. Trump posts from his Truth Social. I'm not looking to hurt Russia. I love the Russian people and always had a very good relationship with President Putin. And this despite the radical left's Russia hoax. We must never forget that Russia helped us win the Second World War, losing almost 60 million lives, in the process. All of that being said, I'm going to do Russia, whose economy is failing, and President Putin a very big favour. Settle now and stop this ridiculous war. It's only going to get worse. If we don't make a deal, and soon, I have no other choice but to put high levels of taxes, tariffs, and sanctions on anything being sold by Russia to the United States and various other participating countries. Let's get this war, which would never have started if I were president, over with. We can do it the easy way or the hard way. And the easy way is always better. It's time to make a deal. No more lives should be lost. That's telling them. Robbie Starbuck said, big news, an NSA whistleblower has alerted me that NSA is attempting to hide their DEI program by renaming it the Equal Employment Opportunity and Accessibility Group. That sounds very similar to what we have in Australia, the Equal Opportunity Employment. That's what it's called over here, our DEI. Very interesting, isn't it? As you can see, the training is the same, and within it you find the DEIA as tradecraft. This must be stopped, and apparently I believe, tell me if I'm wrong, that Trump has gotten rid of the equal opportunity, whatever it's called. Okay. Yeah, MJ Truth Ultra didn't like this. I didn't either. The notice has said 3 remorseless Indian scammers have been jailed for between 2.5 and 3 years for trying to defraud the National Australia Bank, but are likely to serve their sentences in home detention. Oh dear. Are they serious? So if you're Indian, it's legal now, well, not legal, but, you know, you won't really do any time for defrauding the National Australia Bank. Or trying to. Jesus Louise. I bet you if one of us did that, we'd be in jail so quick. Insurrection Barbie said not only did President Trump pull John Bolton's security clearance, but he also pulled his security detail. Now it's time to pull the security detail of Anthony Fauci, which he's done, because this was before that, okay? Elon Musk said undermining the US military and border security to spend money on racist, sexist, DEI nonsense is no longer acceptable. Ian Miles Chong said Admiral Linda Fagan, who oversaw the US Coast Guard, has been terminated for operational failure and misdirecting all of the organisation's resources away from training, retention and border security over to diversity, equity and inclusivity initiatives within the USCG. Fired. You're fired. See you later. Come on, where's the rest of them? I want to hear, you're fired, you're fired, you're fired, you're fired. I want to hear it. Constantly. James Woods said when they sniffed through her private possessions, no doubt having a grand old time, they unleashed the whirlwind. V is for vendetta. She means business. They mean business. I've got to catch up on the rest of the news after I get off here today. The rubber duck said, I honestly do not know how regular people are getting through all this without even passive knowledge. Ooh. God love you, Deb.
Deb Richardson tipped $3.16. I love Hev new Aussie flag all ready for Australia Day. It's bigger than her Temu flag.
It is. It's cute. Look at it. I'll have that wrapped around me tomorrow. Tomorrow's Australia Day. So tomorrow I'll be sitting here with a flag wrapped around me. The rubber duck said, I honestly do not know how regular people are getting through all of this without even passive knowledge of the drops in operation of the board. Point of fact, the control anti-anon disinfo crowd will be treated just like the pro mask and, you know, jabby crowd, because at some point ignorance will no longer be tolerated. To lack even a shred of intellectual curiosity at this point with all that has been exposed and proven is mind-boggling and defies description. And it does, because most people won't look at it. They just listen to other people tell them about it. Because if you go deep enough, you can pretty much say, no, they didn't say that. No, they didn't. Go back and read it. They didn't. Anywho, I don't know how people are getting through it either. They're probably freaking out about now. Tucker Carlson News said, breaking, Josh Hawley announced Donald Trump and I are pushing for a full audit of all US funds sent to Ukraine. Americans deserve transparency. Do you support this? Yes. He's good, Josh Hawley. Now the Liz variant. Okay, explain to me like I'm 5. Why was the national prayer service held at this woman's church to begin with? I mean, she's obviously nuts, and you can tell that just by looking at her face, but how did she, of all people, get to be the minister for such an important service? This lady went on a tirade of LGBTQ and all that shit, and she's apparently a, what is she? I don't even know. A minister of some sort. It's the DC National Cathedral. It's a Protestant Episcopal denomination, but also an interfaith centre. It's a whack religion to begin with, far removed from the apostles and gospel that Jesus preached or the church he established. Liz Variant said, whenever I hear interfaith, I get queasy. Okay, National Cathedral, it's a historic church. All presidents have a service after their inauguration. The Episcopal Church is overrun by fourth-wave feminists and trans ideology. She was chosen by radical political operatives within the church. It was a national security breach and should never have happened, tradition or not. This is unacceptable. Yeah, because she went on a tirade about trans people in the church somewhere. I don't know. Show me in the Bible where it says that. Francie Nancy said Penny Wong doing the media rounds this morning saying how honoured she was to attend the inauguration after she badmouthed President Trump. Her and Rudder embarrassment to Australia. I wish she'd wipe that damn smirk off her face. Let's have a listen to how Wong we can be. How Wong is Australia. Pretty Wong at the moment.
I had the privilege of attending the inauguration and being just a few seats back from watching the President speak. I want to say, first, on behalf of the country, we congratulate President Trump on his inauguration. It was an honour and a privilege for me to be there, as you say. It's the first time the Australian Foreign Minister has been invited, and I was very honoured to represent our country at such an important event, the peaceful transfer of power in this great democracy.
In the past, you've been quite critical of Donald Trump. You're not alone in that, of course. The former Prime Minister Kevin Rudd, now Ambassador, was too. Do you believe that your invitation to this event is a sign that the Trump administration has moved on and forgotten that?
Look, I am going to continue to be focused on doing the job I have for the Australian people, which is to represent Australia here and around the world, to engage with the new administration in the interests of Australians, in our economic interests and our national security interests. I'm privileged to be here, privileged to be the first Foreign Minister invited, and I look forward to meeting Marco Rubio.
How Wong can you be? This is so Wong.
My counterpart, the new Secretary of State, tomorrow.
What sort of message are you hoping to deliver in that meeting? And we heard from the new President this morning. He spoke a bit about tariffs. Are you confident that Australia can avoid facing tariffs?
Well, in relation to tariffs, what I would say is, America has had a trade surplus with Australia since President Truman's time, and it's around 2-1 in the US's favour. And in fact, a great proportion, around half of our exports to the United States, go into the American supply chain. So we are a very valued ally. We're also a valued.
She is saying so much without saying anything at all.
very valued trading partner, which provides great value for the United States. But my one message to Secretary Rubio is that this is a really important alliance. It's an important alliance for Australia and for the United States. And together and through the Quad, the 4 countries, Japan, India, US and Australia, we all play our part in assuring peace and prosperity in our region.
Australia, I think it's fair to say, is probably a little way down Donald Trump's to-do list. Some people might argue that's a good place to be. Do you think that the Prime Minister will meet with the new President before the Australian election? And could you see President Trump visiting Australia during this next term?
Look, this is all, interesting discussion, but the President has only just been inaugurated, so obviously today is a day of great celebration here in Washington. In terms of future meetings, I'm sure the Prime Minister will have the opportunity at the appropriate time to meet the President. We're very pleased that there was a very early call and a very warm and friendly call with the President-elect.
Donald Trump loves a bit of pomp and pageantry.
Albanese is hiding from Trump. Let me tell you that right now.
Though you're not going to extend the offer of a state visit to him, are you, while you're on this trip?
He has only just been inaugurated, but we're always pleased in Australia to receive an American president at a convention.
And she's seething inside. Just wong, wong, wong. So wong, it's not funny, okay? Very wong. Very, very wong. Charlie Kirk said, breaking the Trump admin. I can't stand listening to it. I really can't. Charlie Kirk said, breaking the Trump admin has ordered border agents to begin deporting illegal arrivals without holding any asylum hearings. Come here illegally, get sent home, period. We're becoming a real country again. Elon Musk said not even one government building was found to be even half occupied. That is crazy. Libs of TikTok said Trump signed an executive order directing all federal employees to return to work full-time in person. On his first day in office, Trump is expected to take action to return federal employees to in-person work. A Senate investigation just found that 6% of federal workers show up in person. Not a single government agency is occupying even half of their office space. I've heard rumours of selling it off. I have heard people on Reddit have said that they're going to boycott all small businesses if they have to go back to work for the government, into work. They're going to boycott all the small businesses around the areas. Jack Pozo said they have no idea what they've done. Flotus Report said First Lady Melania Trump. Let's go. Senator Babbitt said, watching Trump speak today exposed just how weak, spineless and pathetic our own nation leaders are here in Australia. Yep. Australians versus the Agenda said opposition leader Peter Dutton congratulates Donald Trump on his inauguration, highlighting past cooperation with the Obama and Biden administrations, says an elected coalition government would stay in the Paris Climate Accord. So he's willing to beat a dead horse, okay? He's in it till the whole thing collapses. The opinionated black woman auntie said, I do believe it's time for a boycott. The Bank of Queensland is set to shut 14 branches across 4 states as it steadily moves towards cashless online banking. The impacted branches will be Moonee Ponds, Docklands, Hampton, Richmond, Victoria, Bella Vista, Newtown and Rockdale in New South Wales, Carindale, Caloundra, Elanora, Springwood, Sherwood and Toowong in Queensland and Applecross in Western Australia. The bank said the aim was to simplify operations. No, it's not. It's to get everyone on digital. Elon Musk said restoring American sovereignty over health. Autism Capital said breaking Trump withdraws from the World Health Organization. Yay! I wish we could. We need someone in who's going to, I don't know, vote all the minor parties, fuck the major parties. JD Vance News said breaking Donald Trump will reject Keir Starmer's US ambassador choice due to his ties with the EU. Does Trump have your full support on this? Yes or no? Go for it. I wish you'd do the same to ours. Melinda Richards said, I'm not going to lie, it hurts to have these two hypocritical clowns representing Australia and the US right now. So Wong. Maybe we all need to remind the Trump administration what they've said about Trump over the years. I thought at least Kevy would be gone. They're both so Wong. This is so Wong. Stephen said, Dutton just announced it will keep Australia in the Paris Agreement. There's only one thing we can do, keep calm and vote One Nation. Or if you don't have a One Nation representative in your area, go Libertarian or who are the other ones? Don't do the Liberal Democrats. That's like a oxymoron, seriously. Senator Matt Canavan said if the cops are right and these abhorrent attacks are foreign funded, then there's no case to further restrict the free speech rights of Australians in response to them. Almost all Australians are peaceful and we should reject the attempts to try and divide us. Cops suspect foreign actors paying crims for anti-Semitic attacks. The Australian Federal Police Commissioner Reece Kershaw has revealed that anti-Semitic offenders could be local criminals being paid by overseas actors in cryptocurrency, as National Cabinet convened following the firebombing of a Sydney childcare centre. Yeah, so there's no right to, there's no reason to restrict our freedom of speech. It's being funded from overseas. Reddit Lies said flight attendant turns off Wi-Fi on their flights so people couldn't watch Trump's inauguration. Our flight attendants protected my mental health. I turned the Wi-Fi off on all my flights today so that I didn't have to deal with the dummies watching that Oompa Loompa be sworn in. The shirts and hats were already too much, but seeing that ignorant, racist, rapist over and over again as I walked the aisle was a flat-out no. Okay. Deliberate, eh? Is that a crime? Oh, I don't know. It's restricting something. I know that. Restricting people's ability to view the Trump inauguration. I don't know. Senator Gerard Rennick here in Australia said the safety investigation group for the procedures is a time-limited working group which will be convened when specific criteria for an adverse event following immunisation or procedural safety signal are met. The purpose of the VSIG is to provide independent specialist immunisation and other relevant expertise to assist the TGA and OHP to investigate and manage AEFI and safety signals of concern. TGA, it's important to understand what you mean by correspondence between the TGA and the VSIG. Myself, what evidence you've gone and got a second opinion in regard to these deaths by autopsy? TGA, we don't undertake second opinion work, Senator. The TGA admitted to me in estimates they don't seek second opinions on autopsy reports with the safety group, despite being required to do so. And see your doctor if pain persists. Sorry. This is further evidence the TGA covered up the deaths of thousands of people from a procedure, allegedly. Let's not forget they didn't follow up autopsy reports with coroners either. They should have been getting as many opinions as possible to determine the cause of so many reported deaths. They had an obligation to seek a second opinion given their inherent conflict of interest by approving it in the first place. The panic on their faces shows they know it as well. Sorry, guys, I'm going to cough. They clearly stopped seeking a second opinion as they knew that this thing was killing thousands of people and they needed to cover it up. Just like Joe Biden covered up for Fauci, these people belong behind bars. So he is trying to hold them accountable, our health agencies here in Australia. As always, go see your doctor if pain persists. I'm being a smart ass now. Mark PG said, so America got Trump. In one day, he knocked net zero on the head, stopped renewable madness, withdrew from criminal who, withdrew from Paris Con, only two sex, men and women, stopped DEI in its tracks. Poor Australia, we got Anthony Albanese, Bowen Wong, Bant, Faruqi, Lambie, Thorpe and Pocock. Help! Yeah, and Dutton's not much better, so hey. Megatron said breaking, the US has massively halted arms shipments to Ukraine. United States has withdrawn all applications for the transit of goods in the interest of Ukraine through, I can't even pronounce that, Rzeszów, Konstanta and Varna. All shipment of weapons and military equipment to Ukraine have been stopped at NATO bases in Europe. According to preliminary estimates alone, we're talking about several thousand tons of weapons and military equipment. All Pentagon employees involved in arms supplies to Kiev have been fired or suspended. A large-scale audit of the misuse of funds for aid to Ukraine begins. Okay, here in Australia, the noticer, a young lifeguard, was allegedly attacked by a gang of Afghans at Casey Aquatic and Recreational Centre in Narre Warren, Melbourne, on Saturday. Victoria Police have now released images of men who may be able to assist with their inquiries. The usual suspects. Are you surprised? I'm not. Okay, Topher Fields said, yes, more of this, please. Let me be clear, this was not vandalism of the solar plant itself. It was the removal of a fence that was erected without permission on the boundary and in contravention of the planning approval. And crucially, the owners tried time and again to get a resolution through council, state and federal representatives and through direct mediation with the neighbour to no avail. Only after all their efforts to get a resolution within the system failed did they then sidestep the system and take direct action. If more Australians did more of this, we'd have far fewer problems. Queensland locals stand up to solar farm, remove security fence. That's exactly right. V said if you plonk something on, like if you put something on council land without their permission, you'd be fined heavily. You should send the bill to council for the cost of paying people to take it down and for your time and frustration. All our levels of government are absolutely corrupt. My neighbour told me the other day, we got a new neighbour, right? And they told me that, oh, you can cut down trees within 10 metres of your home now if it poses a fire risk. Yeah, I looked up our address. No, we're exempt from that. We do not get that. We're in a high fire danger zone. We are not allowed to cut trees because it's a protected area. The greenie fucking, swear to God. Our council's fucked. Alexandra Marshall said, are we all just supposed to forget that it was the Liberal government under Morrison that sent takedown requests to Twitter and Facebook by the thousands? Liberals did that. Where is our apology? Where is our guarantee that free speech matters? I'm not feeling it. No, neither am I. Where's my channel? On YouTube that got deleted. Yeah, that was under the Liberal government, was it? Was it Liberal? I think so. I kept getting censored under the Liberal government. Elon Musk said the legacy media is pure propaganda. You are the media now. Libs of TikTok said, can someone direct me to the articles where the media expressed outrage over this? I can't find any. They've all done it. You know Elon doing this the other day? Hillary, Obama, Elizabeth Warren, Kamala. Okay. Insurrection Barbie said, D. Bongino explains what the media and the Democrats are in full panic mode, blown panic about as it relates to the J6 pardons. losing the insurrection narrative because they are using the fake insurrection narrative to say that Republicans are not the party of law and order. What they are very worried about is the possibility of everything coming to light that federal agencies and the federal government did on J6 and after. Yep. They're about shitting themselves right now. Okay, Jim Ferguson, the fall of Davos. The once mighty World Economic Forum is crumbling. Reports from WF25 in Davos show half-empty halls, with German Chancellor Olaf Scholz addressing a sparse audience. Even the so-called luxury call girl business is down 60% compared to last year. One attendee called at the last meeting of the Soviets in 1991. The veneer of power and influence surrounding Klaus Schwab and his globalist cronies is wearing thin, as their lunatic fringe agendas face mounting scrutiny. It seems the world is finally waking up to their destructive plans. People are turning away from the WEF and its sinister grip on global politics. Is this the beginning of the end for Schwab and his dream of a great reset? Lots of empty seats. Looks like they're all shoved up the front. Yeah, that's exactly right. That is exactly right. What's this? Benny Johnson said breaking Fox News has officially released the content of Joe Biden's letter to President Trump that was found on the desk of the Oval Office. Dear President Trump, do you think he really wrote it himself? Was it all squiggly or or was it nice? And because if that's the case, I don't think he wrote it. Dear President Trump, as I take leave of this sacred office, I wish you and your family all the best in the next 4 years. The American people and people around the world look to this house for steadiness in the inevitable storms of history. And my prayer is that in the coming years will be a time of prosperity, peace and grace for our nation. May God bless you and guide you as he has blessed and guided our beloved country since our founding. Joe Biden, 20th of the 1st, 2025. Do you think he wrote it or does someone else? Okay. I'm getting tired of talking. I'm not used to it now. I've taken nearly a week off and... Okay. The general said breaking Donald Trump has imposed a communications blackout across America's federal health agencies, including the CDC, FDA, HHS and NIH. These agencies have been instructed to halt all external communications. This is why I don't think you've heard from RFK Jr. On that AI mRNA thing, because Trump has imposed a communications blackout, okay? These agencies have been instructed to halt all external communications, such as publishing scientific reports, updating websites, and issuing health advisories. The directive was issued suddenly and without prior notice. Hey. Yeah, I'd like to see the repeal of the Propaganda Act that Obama signed into law in 2012. Section 1078 of the bill authorises the use of propaganda inside the US, which had previously been banned since 1948 when the Smith-Mundt Act was passed. I'd like to see that. Okay, Malcolm Roberts said the TGA, tasked with regulating Big Pharma, received over $45 million from the manufacturers of the procedures everyone had to have 4 years ago. Is it any surprise they wouldn't challenge the companies or halt the rollout even if there were concerns about the product? Call a COVID Royal Commission right now. Yep, she was terminated. Good thing that too. Craig Kelly said, poll, should Australia follow the US and exit from the World Health Organization? Yes, exit and defund. No, stay and keep paying. 1.2% of Aussies are absolutely brain dead. 98.8%, thank God, are with it, out of 3,769 votes. There you go. Charlie Kirk said the first day of President Trump's second term is the most aggressive and ambitious in the history of the country. On his first day in office, President Trump took the following actions. Pardons for about 1,500 J6 defendants, an order declaring that henceforth birthright citizenship is limited to the children of lawful permanent residents of the United States, not illegal immigrants, tourists, or those here on temporary work visas. An order pulling America out of the Paris Climate Accord, an order pulling the US out of the World Health Organization, temporary freeze on all non-military, non-national security federal hiring, a temporary freeze on creating new federal regulations, an order to rename the Gulf of Mexico officially to the Gulf of America and returning Denali's name back to Mount McKinley, an order delaying the TikTok ban for 75 days, an order declaring emergency on the southern border and designating Mexican drug cartels as terrorist groups, an order immediately repealing 78 existing Biden orders. One of those orders receives a ban on transgender troops in the military, revives, sorry. Another ends Biden restrictions on oil drilling in certain areas, ordering all federal employees to return to the workplace in person, an order to eliminate all federal government diversity programs, including eliminating all federal DEI jobs. The order also mandates a review of all federal grants that went to DEI or environmental justice programs, and orders a review of federal contractors who have provided DEI training manuals to federal workers. A new order reclassifying members of the federal civil servants so they are easier to fire and replace, especially if they hinder or sabotage the administration's planned agenda. An order to review all potential political weaponization or misconduct within the DOJ, SEC, FTC, and the intelligence agencies over the past 4 years. Declaring that the federal government only recognises two sexes, ordering the Bureau of Prisons to cease providing any funding or support for inmate sex changes or transgender therapies, order to end all censorship of protected speech by the federal government, including under the guise of fighting misinformation, revoking security clearances for John Bolton and everybody who signed the Hunter Biden laptop letter, ordering the administration to make recommendations for beautifying federal architecture, ordering a 90-day pause of US foreign assistance funding so it can be adjusted to match new US political goals. No president has been more determined to immediately keep every promise that he ran on the previous election. America's going to become great again. It's only been 24 hours. That was back on the 21st, I believe. 22nd here, yep. And his security detail's gone. John Bolton's security detail gone. We know who is, we know who's responsible for the pandemic. Yes, we know that. Okay, well, wow. Larry Brock Jr. said, I was just hung up on by a guard who told me they would not release the prisoners until 8 a.m. tomorrow. I told her she's violating federal law, Title 18, Section 242, deprivation of rights under colour of law. I will find you, lady. Bad decision. FMC Fort Worth is refusing to cooperate with patriots trying to pick the hostages up. That was they were not releasing the J6 people after Trump told them to. Ian Yeager said, breaking, Chip Roy calls for Liz Cheney, Dr. Fauci and Mark Milley to immediately testify before Congress to determine why they were pardoned. Oh, holy guacamole, don't tell me I've done it again. I have. Sorry, guys, I've been trying to upload this for days. Please go through. This was the video that I did last on Rumble. Did last time on, when was I here on YouTube? 4, 5, 6 days ago. Go through. Oh, yay. I've been trying to upload it for ages and I keep forgetting about it and then the file disappears and there you go. Okay, half the government's about to quit because of the order for all federal employees to return to in-person work. Okay, Andy No said, at the National Prayer Service at Washington National Cathedral, woke activist Bishop, me bud, oh, God knows, gave a political rant against Trump, asking his administration to support illegal immigrants and transitioning children. She's part of the I Am Episcopalian. Oh, God. Okay. Weirdo. Okay. Donald Trump posts from his Truth Social. Our first day in the White House is not over yet. My presidential personnel office is actively in the process of identifying and removing over 1,000 presidential appointees from previous administrations who are not aligned with our vision to make America great again. Let this serve as official notice of dismissal for these 4 individuals, with many more coming soon. Jose Andres from the President's Council on Sport, Fitness and Nutrition, Mark Milley from the National Infrastructure Advisory Council, Brian Hook from the Wilson Center for Scholars, and Keisha Lance Bottoms from the President Export Council. You're fired. That's what I want to hear. More of that. They're still waiting for people to be released from the DC Gulag. MJ Truth Ultra said, oh my God, lol, the Spanish White House website's no longer working. It's been deleted and the home redirection link has been changed to say, go home. The image is modified. It says to go to home page, not go home. I think it's funny anyway. Old Soldier said, unsatisfied with importing 3,000 unknown Gazans, Albo imports 1,000 more. What could possibly go wrong? Elon Musk said, shame on oaf shits. Robbie Starbuck said at the World Economic Forum, Olaf Scholz, the German Chancellor, just said that Elon Musk should know that Germany, Europe's freedom of speech doesn't accept extreme right positions. This lunatic thinks not wanting migrants to rape little girls is far right. Okay, and their freedom of speech does. They're calling it freedom of speech doesn't accept extreme right positions. This man's an oxymoron. Okay, Libs of TikTok said this is a bishop who lectured Trump today with trans propaganda. Always in the eyes. Scary. Okay, how long have we been going for? Nearly an hour and 30 minutes. Topher Field said NDIS is even worse than we thought. How is that even possible? 90% of small providers, the National Disability Insurance Scheme here in Australia, show signs of fraud, 9 out of every 10. There's families where members are getting paid to look after a relative who is also being paid to look after them. Organised crime's getting on board for obvious reasons. A quote, 87% of service providers are unregistered. We have no idea of knowing what they do when they put in their invoices. This is not a few people taking advantage. This is a failure of system design. And they say fraud is so rife it would overwhelm the courts if it were prosecuted. Since when is that a consideration? They didn't mind overwhelming the courts with COVID non-compliers. Are they seriously suggesting we turn a blind eye to welfare rorts in the billions? Too late to prosecute. Fraud rife among NDIS managers. The National Disability Insurance Scheme Integrity Chief says 9 out of 10 plan managers surveyed show signs of fraud, and the justice system would be overwhelmed if all the scams carried out on the $44 billion program were prosecuted. Well, then let's stop paying $44 billion to that program and see how it goes. In fiery testimony, John Dardo told a Senate committee that internal analysis showed 90% of plan managers that wrangle funding for up to 100 participants, about 900 of 1,540 managers in total, portrayed significant indicators of fraud. Defund it till you can redesign something better that works and can't be defrauded. Elon Musk said it begins. Department of Government Efficiency said progress. Chief Diversity Officer's Executive Council deleted January 20th. We're sorry. We can't find the page you're looking for. It might have been removed, changed its name, or is otherwise unavailable. Yeah, that's what happened to my YouTube account. Pretty much. The White Rabbit podcast said, breaking and accepting Biden's pardon, Fauci has lost his right to plead the fifth. He can now not remain silent and can be criminally charged state by state, but more importantly by other countries. Which one of our fine nations is going to go down in history as the one who held a mass murderer to account? Well, you never know. Russia might do it. Imagine that, if Russia did hold Fauci accountable. How many people would be going, yeah, Russia, go Russia. Okay, Senator Babbitt said America's about to enter a new golden age while Australia rots under the deliberate mismanagement of the Labor and Liberal duopoly. In reality, they're a coalition. There's no real difference between them on issues of true significance. Our time will eventually come, but unfortunately I fear Australians will have to suffer a lot more before people wake up to the deliberate destruction of our nation. America has once again become a symbol of hope that the Anglosphere can look for guidance. Where they go, we usually follow. Where have I heard that before? Where we go, on we go. And I know that eventually we will revive our nation. We just have to keep going. God bless Donald J. Trump and God bless the patriots all across the world. The nation state will rise again. Welcome back, DJT. This time we do it right. Destroy the globalists, the gobbles. Liberty and justice for all. Okay, leading reports said a bill has recently been introduced to reinstate thousands of troops discharged due to COVID vaccine mandate. The bill clears their records, restores benefits and ensures no future administration can weaponise mandates against our armed forces, according to a release. Good stuff. Lara Logan said Donald Trump laying the wreath on the tomb of the unknown soldier today. Why? Look at it from a satellite image. Come on, digital warriors. So, did someone put the satellite image in there? Oh, that's right. We had Catherine Herridge staying tuned at Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, Camp Justice. Is that what it looks like? Is it the Punisher? There it is. It's cute. Looks like cute. I don't know. There you go. Okay, Elon Musk said they're importing voters. Update news. The Labor Party is alleged to be planning to abolish voter ID laws and grant voting rights to foreign nationals. Bloody traitor to your country. 17 Absolutely Redux 76 said, remember this day indeed. We had 17s flying from all angles, including some Alina Haber, Jason Miller and more. We had Catherine Herridge, whom the board pointed towards, post a tweetie of herself at Camp Justice, Gitmo. We had Kevin Corke, also mentioned by the board, making a tweet saying, buckle up. We had General Flynn smacking the hell out of the board with damn near every tweet he made today. We had an amazing rally and speech from President Trump featuring a live performance of YMCA by the Village People. We had Trump swoop in and save TikTok in a move that left many Liberals stunned, which, by the way, ended up being a proof of the board. We had Trump promise to release files on JFK, RFK, MLK Jr. this day, along with a reported 200-plus executive orders ready to roll on day one. Folks, I don't know what else to tell you. The Great Awakening's here. It's the beginning of the period of time we've all long waited for. So, yeah, I'd say it was a day to remember. Onwards and upwards, friends. Where we go one, we go all. Remember this day. Pedophile bowling. Hey, yeah, good, yeah. Okay. Mick said, just in case anyone in Australia needs a reminder, Australia doesn't have a gas shortage. We have a policy shortage that has created this gas shortage. Because you know what we do? We sell it to overseas, right? And they sell it back to us. That's how dumb we are. We can't use our own gas. We have to sell it overseas and buy it back. Shit. It's not how dumb we are. It's how dumb our politicians and bureaucrats are, actually. Okay. Oh, my God. Drogo said it was real this entire time. The enormity of what's coming will shock the world. Some total of all the justice is coming and the board comms from the collective Trump team is freaking some people out. Imagine you're one of the DC insiders who was promised all of that was BS and that it would blow over. How were you feeling 1 year ago, deep into the Biden term, and with multiple Trump indictments that were supposedly going to keep him from winning again? How would you be feeling now that everything flipped in the last year? Catherine Herridge appearing at Gitmo while Team Trump drops 17 comms left and right. Looks to me like overt pressure to make certain people panic and try something crazy right at the 11th hour. Or try running. Are you ready? Alexandra Marshall said there's a glaring problem with the Aboriginal close the gap narrative. The gap exists between tribal life and modern post-colonial civilization. To close the gap, we have to pay a fortune to colonise Aboriginal communities to bring them up to the same level of education, technology and wealth as their colonial counterparts. Okay, fine. But don't turn around and run the line colonialism is evil, stolen land, destroy capitalism, get rid of the colony, etc., etc., etc. You can't have the narrative both ways. Either colonialism lifts people out of poverty and into the modern world, or you want to return to tribal life and widen the gap. It's time people started putting this reality to the delusional activists who all live in the colonial cities, by the way. Oh, these people are stupid. V said a $12 access fee for beaches south of Adelaide's been met with anger and disbelief. If you want to go to the beach, you've got to pay $12 per day. They'll take cash or FPOS. This ramp is run by volunteers. Please be patient and kind, and I'd walk straight past them and ignore them. Henry, the Democratic Socialist, said, Queensland, you voted for this? Like it's a bad thing. Wind farm projects halted by LNP government. Good stuff. Just so I don't like it, I'm just taking it away. Elon Musk said, can't believe it's been so long. It's been 9 years since Elon Musk permanently had this photo removed from the internet. He looks a bit weird there. I don't know. Senator Matt Canavan said the moment the US exited the Paris Climate Agreement, there's no reason Australia should remain there when China, India, Indonesia, and now the US are not. Oh no, but they'll keep flogging the dead horse till it's absolutely died. Alexandra Marshall said, I'll also sign an executive order to immediately stop all government censorship and bring back free speech to America, said Trump. Peter Dutton, it's this easy. Stop flirting with censorship and the petty control of speech. It's not your job. Be less cop and be more Trump. And, okay. And anyone claiming Eric Trump's upside-down pyramid hand gesture is nefarious hasn't been paying attention. President Trump does it all the time, especially when he's around members of the satanic pedo cabal. The upside-down pyramid has lots of deep spiritual and symbolic meanings throughout different cultures and history. It's the Illuminati symbol flipped, and it represents the tip of the spear and a reversal of traditional power structure. It also symbolized spiritual ascension, growth, transformation, wisdom, and infinite potential. Biblical meanings of it represent a reversal of worldly values, emphasizing the importance of inner spiritual wealth over material items and riches. And personally, I believe it's a big F you to the cabal. Trump did it. He's doing it. It's the upside down one, okay? That's from Liz Crokin. JFK Jr. has also been photographed doing it. So that's not a sign of the Illuminati. That's the other way. Okay. Concerned citizens said right now they've closed beaches because they don't want people getting impaled by shards of fiberglass. It's well documented these ocean monstrosities are devastating to both marine wildlife and birds. Turns out wind turbines dangerous to humans too, while being an expensive, inefficient, ineffective way of producing energy. What an absolute, complete and utter scam. Now they've closed beaches because shards of glass, fiberglass from these things are washing up on the beaches. And they don't want people getting impaled by them. Yeah, it's looking like absolutely ridiculous, isn't it? Elon Musk posted this. Let's have a listen so I can stop talking for a minute.
Government has only two ways of getting money other than raising taxes. It can go into the money market and borrow, competing with its own citizens and driving up interest rates, which it has done, or it can print money, and it's done that. Both methods are inflationary. We're victims of language. The very word inflation leads us to think of it as just high prices. And then, of course, we resent the person who puts on the price tags, forgetting that he or she is also a victim of inflation. Inflation is not just high prices. It's a reduction in the value of our money. When the money supply is increased, but the goods and services available for buying are not, we have too much money chasing too few goods. Wars are usually accompanied by inflation. Everyone is working or fighting, but production is of weapons and munitions, not things we can buy and use. Now, one way out would be to raise taxes so that government need not borrow or print money. But in all these years of government growth, we've reached, indeed surpassed, the limit of our people's tolerance or ability to bear an increase in the tax burden. Prior to World War II, taxes were such that on the average we only had to work just a little over 1 month each year to pay our total federal, state, and local tax bill. Today, we have to work 4 months to pay that bill. Some say shift the tax burden to business and industry, but business doesn't pay taxes. Oh, don't get the wrong idea. Business is being taxed so much so that we're being priced out of the world market. But business must pass its costs of operations, and that includes taxes, on to the customer in the price of the product. Only people pay taxes, all the taxes. Government just uses business in a kind of sneaky way to help collect the taxes.
There you go. And HealthBot said RFK Jr. plans to shut down chemtrail spraying programs. Someone posted this, and Robert F. Kennedy Jr. said, we're going to stop this crime. There you go. Wall Street Ape said, does everyone realise what was just said here? Speaker Mike Johnson not only confirms that Joe Biden isn't in control and signing executive orders he doesn't understand, but that to meet with Biden, the CIA director had to be present. He just confirmed the CIA was running the country, not the president. This just confirmed another conspiracy theory. They invited me to the White House. I show up and realise it's actually an ambush because it's not just me and the president. It's also Kamala Harris, Chuck Schumer, Hakeem, you know, the CIA director. So top Democrats and then CIA director. Isn't that interesting? Who is running the country? Like, I don't know who put the paper in front of him, but he didn't know. Sounds like it was the CIA. There you go. Well, Biden certainly wasn't running it. Okay, I'm going to leave it there for today. I'm going to read your comments now. Okay, let me see how far back can I go. Hey, Randy, how you going? Melania's hat was a message. That's as far back as I can go. Deb said, clink, clink. Zena said, hey, Menacing, have you heard the new Roseanne and Tom McDonald rap song? It rocks. Randy said, I have. Shannon said, people think Trump misspells things. Trust me, he doesn't. It's deliberate and has meaning. Yes. Zena said, sure was, Randy, she commanded. Shannon said, odd job from 007 Bond movie. Dr. No used a hat as a weapon. Flyby Stew said, Hev, sorry, I missed ya. Love ya, you too. Flyby Stew. Pat says, Sam Altman, Satan Lamb. Randy said, hey, Stu. Zena said, someone needs to tell Trump about electroculture, restoring health to the soil and no need for fertilizer. Randy said, free energy. Alex said, hey, flyby Stu, Pat. Zena said, you know how a ship takes a few minutes after the captain has turned the wheel before the ship begins to change course? Robert said, secret space corporate programs have had supercomputers for decades, supposedly 7,000 times faster now. Quantum supercomputers deep state admitted to have on last James O'Keefe video. Oh, there you go. How you going, Robert? Good to see you. Zena said in an obvious way. Zena said they're taken over by aliens. Simply put, aliens cannot cater to humans. Zena said noting like nothing like a needy neighbour imposing on you all the time. Yeah, exactly. Imagine that. Can I borrow you? Well, no, they don't even have to know you, apparently. They can just borrow your car. So you want to go out, and you go out, and your car's gone. What do you do? Car's gone. Who do you ring? Who has my car? You don't know the neighbour, so how do you know? Ring the police. My car's been stolen. Oh, that's not going to like... They're brain dead. They're absolutely brain dead. Come on. That's ridiculous. Alex said, I really hope people aren't being led up the garden path. Stu said, yes, Hev, you're fired in a military kind of way. Fire at will, yeah. So he said, can you take me here? Can you take me there? Can you get something for me? Oh, imagine that. Oh, go get it yourself, mate. Come on. You have 2 feet and a heartbeat. Let's go. Shannon said, we get Monday off for work, Australia Day, public holiday. Yay. Deb said, hello, our beautiful Pat. Lovely to see you. Alex said, like I said earlier, all we can do is observe for now and see how it goes in the next few weeks. Exactly. Oh, excellent, Menacing Muskrat. You've put the link for Trump at Davos in there. I would recommend everyone go listen to it. Zena said, just taking your mare for a spin, Mercedes. Stu said, let's make Everyday Australia Day here. Yeah. Shannon said, yes, Alex, detached observation. Don't get emotional. Ego Shredder said, people never drill down to find the root of a problem or who is at the bottom of it. They just point fingers at the surface level stuff. Normies are really frustrating to talk to. It's the same with medical people. Other than our good friend Timmy, right? If you go to a doctor, like they don't really try and find the root of the problem, right? They just treat the surface area. Oh, I'll give you painkillers. Oh, it's hurting, is it? Oh, okay. They might do a few tests here and there, you know, but if you're me, they never come back with anything substantial. Oh, we think you have. We think it might be, we think it might be, we think it might be. Right? And I got me my bendazole and my ivermectin. And so I'm taking it. And it was funny because Timmy did ask if it was for the big C, like am I doing that like regime? And I said, no, but now I'm thinking, yes, because I remember when I had a sore on my nose and I went to the hospital when everything was locked down and they wanted me to wear a mask and I wouldn't. The people at the hospital and the doctor I went and seen afterwards were all saying, have you had a cancer test? Get your nose tested for cancer. So I'm assuming they thought that's what it was, okay? So that's what I'm kind of doing here now. Alex said, at this point, I think a lot of demons have infiltrated religion. Just look at the Vatican full of demons. Randy said, well said, Ego. Sandra said, is anger emotional? Yeah, it is. Shannon said, Alex is correct. Deb said, they all make me sick. Stu said, did Trump swear in, put his hand on the Bible? I don't know. Alex said, Penny Wongan. Zena said, true, Ego, because it really is hard to face some aspects of yourself. Own them. Too confronting. Deb said, Hev, yes, she's just so Wong. Stu said, one hung low. Shannon said, Penny Wong gender. Deb said, Albo did not. Ego Shredder said, Zena, all emotions are part of the human toolkit, all have their place and use, just not all the time. Even hate is a valid emotion to give drive and energy when needed if justified. Deb J said, no hand on Bible, Stu. Kai said, halfway home. Get there safely, Kai. Shannon said, something Wong is her sister. And Deb said, bullshit. Happy Days said, the Wong way. Shannon said, no hand on Bible because it's a continuation of Trump's presidency. Ego Shredder said, her arguments are all wonky. Deb said, hello, Happy Days. Alex said, I didn't think he did, but then when I had to go do jury service, I didn't want to swear on the Bible either, as I thought it was quite disrespectful towards God. Zena said, I think anger is good if it's directed at the source rather than the symptom. Am I right? J1 said, vomit. I agree. Deb said, it's a Wong puppet. How you going, J1? Good to see you. Zena said, Alex, I think you can choose an affirmation these days. Ego Shredder said, Zena, yep, for things like defending your loved ones and native people from attack. Shannon said, fraud vitiates everything. Obama, illegitimate, born in Kenya. Kamala Ankaboat, yeah, there you go. Stu said, egg foo Wong. Deb's laughing, all the pedo are hiding. Zena said, Ego Shredder, it shows how far we've gone astray. Alex said, I noticed after Trump was bigging up America that a few other leaders like Starmer and the German one were trying to do the same, like a child trying to copy daddy. They do. Yep. It's making them look bad, so they go, oh, better jump on the wagon. Okay. Shannon said, Biden's pardon don't mean squat when they find out he's illegitimate. Alex said, we know Starmer hates the UK and hates everyone who lives here. Remember how he chose Davos before he got in? We know where his loyalties lie. Stu said, I'm allowed to make fun of names as I have 3 first, 3 middle and 3 surnames myself, or I could interchange them all at least. Zena said, looking like all the leaders are doing it, the latest fad, it probably has some kind of spell attached to it. Deb said, or get so smell he can't stand it. Deb's giving me the thumbs up. If you can hit the thumbs up, it'd be great. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. Alex said, yes, learned a long time ago to just watch what is going on to make informed decisions from what I observe, Shannon. Stu said, something wrong. Senator said, could be in 50 years' time it will replace the evil Nazi salute as being part of the most evil thing on earth. Deb said, we are next to have our say. Pat said, hey, Hev, how you going, Pat? Zena said, they will feed this story to future generations and the future's going to hate us. Shannon said, get out of NATO and the UN as well. Yes, exactly. Shannon said, Mr. Sheen gone wrong. Gone wrong. Stu said, g'day, George and J1. Deb said, I like that sign. Stay calm. Zena says, quickly as possible, Shannon, before we get dragged too far that we can't get out. Deb's laughing at Shannon. Menacing Muskrat said, always use discernment, Alex, especially today. So exciting times. Woohoo! Zena said, why can't Elon grow a beard? I don't know. Ego Shredder said, Shannon, the latest Twitter post by the UN got totally jumped on and ratioed. Everyone telling them to fuck off. And now they are the NWO, etc. Beautiful. Oh, excellent. Deb said, I hope that airhead gets charged. Stu said his mum's a witch, probably a generational curse, Zena. Shannon said the real Elon was done away with long ago. He's been swapped out. Alex said, I always have. You have to, in this day and age. Hope you're feeling better now, Menacing Muskrat. Menacing Muskrat said Elon 2.0. Deb said, are we going to Rumble? Oh, probably not today. I've just got to see how my back goes. It's a bit sore today. So just after moving a whole lot of stuff, that's all. I'll try for tomorrow. Australia Day. Yeah, we'll do it tomorrow. Stew to you, said Deb, only if you make fun of my dancing style. Deb said, very good, Hev. If in pain, see your doctor. See your doctor if pain persists. That's what I'm going to say from now on. Every time I say something medical, please see your doctor if pain persists. Alex said, I've gotten emotional about stuff before and it stops the head from thinking clearly. Exactly. Yep. Emotions just, you can't function properly when the emotions take over. I know, I've done it many times. Shanna said, dance like an Egyptian. Okay, Menacing Muskrat said we hit the bottom here and are moving upwards now, Alex. My goodness, what a crazy few weeks, lots of tears. J1 said a lot of people refused autopsy and referred back to treating doctor for death certificate. Deb's laughing at me, saying bong. Okay, Alex said, God bless you, Menacing Muskrat. Things can only get better, may get a little worse first, but they will get better. Shannon said, if she attacks you, you can say taking hits from the bong. Stu said, wong bong. It's the wong bong. Oh, dear. Sybil said, Alex, yes, I agree. It probably gets worse before it gets better. Best brace yourselves and keep faith strong. Deb said, 28 likes and 43 in the chat. Please hit the like button if you can. Help me out. I appreciate it. Shannon said, long wong bong. Ego Shredder said, Alex, it's a fine line to tread, not being emotional, but also not to the other way either. I guess just trying to be appropriate to whatever I'm reading or experiencing. Zena said, you know that song by Lily Tomlin, F you very much, pretty cruise when have it on when I think of these people, lol. No, I didn't know that Lily Tomlin sung a song. Zena said, well, I find people who speak without emotion are not very open. And Deb's laughing at Shannon. Deb said, and the money they took from you? Zena said, what they are saying is not really connected to their true self. Menacing Muskrat said, when the normies begin to wake up, that's when the shite will hit the fan, just saying, because they're going to get angry. Sybil said, Menacing Muskrat, don't let hate lead your heart and lose yourself. Deb said, yes, they are Nazis. Zena said, Deb, I think of all the lost opportunities for our lives while we're being taken up the garden path full of weeds. Ego Shredder said, Zena, I'm far too open and natural example. I do not use social mask or filter. It means that people hate me now, and apart from those who are genuinely intelligent and can critically think. Yep. Shannon said, or a duck if you're old school, Alex. Deb said, true, Zena. Alex said, I know what you mean. I can't help but cry at some things and feel angry, like with the Southport attack, but I always try and stay level-headed about things. There you go, Shredder. You know what helps me is looking at it like it's a movie. Stu said, I don't think the normies have the mind or fortitude to do jack. They'll probably implode. Menacing Muskrat said, no hate in my heart, just Yawa. Shannon said, these Nazi salutes are everywhere. Deb said, it's our body reset now. It's our bloody reset now. Yep. Zena said, I feel the same about myself with other people. What you see is what you get. I is what I is, and then I am what I am. Sybil said, if you boycott the Olympics, it hurts them plenty. WF involved in plenty to be avoided. Deb J said, twin. Zena says, Stu, if they don't know now, do you think it might be a bit too late? Shannon said he only wrote that if there is a drool, mark for a full stop. Deb said, yes, Rumble chat, we can help with Talking Hev. I will do it tomorrow, but today I'm just my lower back's quite sore from doing stuff that I probably shouldn't have been, but anyway. Zena said, I'm fully committed to prevent the lie being taken into our shiny new start we have been given. Ego Shredder said, Alex, I've made terrible mistakes when being emotional or not taking time to observe. I'm better at avoiding this now, though. Yes. Me too. I've gone off being emotional. That's how I know you got to calm down. Way down. Deb Richardson said, Deb Jones. Zena said, I'm on a mission to right the wrong whenever it comes across my path. Shanna said, did Obama okay the propaganda mockingbird media? Yeah. Pat said, Dutton said his parents owned a butcher shop. Funny, I saw a news story that it was a childcare business that Peter was a partner in, had to distance himself from if he wanted to run. Stu said, Zena, if they learn to forgive themselves, there might be hope. Deb said, good one, Pat. Zena said, ego, I think the standards for showing emotion is different for a man than a woman. Too much from a man make him look weak. Too much from a woman make her look hysterical. That's right, Zena. Yep. Yep. Oh, shoot. Okay. I believe you're right there, Zena. Too much emotion from a man makes him look weak, and too much emotion from a woman makes her look hysterical. Stu, you said life is for giving, not forgetting. Zena said, yes, he did, Shannon. Alex said, but yes, best to try and take a step back sometimes. I've done the same before and regretted it. Zena said, Hev, it might turn out to be the opposite. Take the jab, otherwise you will be lost forever. Those untaxed need not apply. Stu said, I just caught the end of Kai's live before. I love it how he ends in a prayer. Good on you, Kai. Sybil had a message retracted. Zena said, I've held back and I should have shown emotion. Zena said, did some poor chilies because I didn't utilise them due Sarah. Okay, Sarah. Stu said, yes, but never let the fires of rage consume you, Sybil. Go hard. Alex said, sometimes it's nice to have a good old rant about stuff, but when it comes to important things, best to keep emotion out of it and try and think logically. Easier said than done sometimes. It is, but it's like training yourself. The more you do it, the easier it becomes, I think. I can't speak for myself. No, I'm kidding. I don't get that emotional anymore. I used to. Oh, my God. I was a raging lefty, mate. Okay? Tantrum, you know? Stomp my foot. Anyway. You learn. You calm down. Okay. Shannon said, such is life. Shannon said, if expressed correctly, almost a high afterwards, you feel so clear and responsible, lols. Stu said, yes, Shannon. Ned was well hung, I heard. Shannon said, all my choices are poor choices according to my bank account. I know. I hear you. Ego Shredder said, Zena, trying the last 10 years of world events and my increasing historical knowledge, understanding of it has hardened to me a little. I just see through the BS so clearly now. Sybil said, Stu, thank you. Blessings to you, dear. I'm always careful as they set traps for everyone. Deb said, well said, Shannon. Does anyone else know who said such is life? I don't know, but I heard the saying, such is life without a wife. I don't know, years ago. When I was a teenager. Zena said, same ego. It's been a lonely time as well, being ahead of the curve. It has an upside and downside. Zena said, Doris Day. Stu said, yes, Ned, and he was well hung. Zena said, she sang the song, didn't she? Ah, Doris Day. Yes, Doris Day used to sing. Alex said, I love Doris Day. Shannon said, she has the eyes to see trannies. Lol. Shannon said, I prefer Doris by night. Alex said, whip, crack away, whip, crack away, whip, crack away. Oh. Ego Shredder said, Alex, Doris Day was great. Zena said, it needs to stop at diagnosis, then administer natural therapies, no more jabbies. Yes, I agree. How am I still getting hair when I don't allow the kitty cats in here? They must have snuck in sometime. Far out, Brussels sprout. Yeah, I agree, Zena. Stu said Doris would be a great name for a cow. Zena said maybe they've intercepted the technology and have control over the program they are uploading. Zena said for good this time, not evil. I hope so. Like, I wouldn't mind the AI diagnosing if they can find, like that, but stop there. Yeah, I agree with you on that. Stu said Doris might also be Boris's drag name. Shanna said Doris's milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. Oh, my God. Okay, Zena said, I thought cancer was cured in a med bed. I haven't seen any. They're not around where I am, so yeah, I'm doing alternative therapies. Alex said she definitely tried to get out of it and managed to. Apparently it was his son, Terry Melcher, that was the original target. The night Sharon Tate was murdered, it was his old house ego. Zena said, I'd love a cow named Doris. Do you think it would suit a cat? Hey, Paranormal Oz, how you going? Good to see ya. Love the, what? What is it? Show. Oh, excellent. Thank you, Paranormal Oz. Good to see ya. Zena said, Doris, Lady Oh, my God, you guys. First, Doris milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's better than yours. Damn right. Now she's got lady lumps. Oh, my God. Can't remember that one. I mean, I know it's Black Eyed Peas woman. What's her name? Oh, I can't remember it. Okay, Stu said, yes, definitely a cat or dog too. Alex said her son Terry was quite horrid. He stole millions off her, so she was forced back into it to try and make some of her money back. He was her son, and she still loved him despite him being wrong. And yep, Paranormal Oz said, God bless Trump. I agree. Sybil said, thank you, Hev. You're a wonderful beacon. Many blessings sent your way. God love you. Thank you, Sybil. Shanna said, no, that's Doris the camel. My hump, my lovely lady lumps. Okay. Stu said, superb name for a camel. Zena said, Doris might be a bit of a prudish jog or a gossiper. Zena said, Dory, they call me, lols. Ego Shredder said, Shannon, I love her song, Don't You Bump on My Humps. What? Shannon said, or drag her butt across the carpet. Or drag her butt across the carpet. Zena said, Dory's the name, transports the game. Zena said, Dory does the dishes. Stu said, even an elephant, I can see it, I can see it. Stu said, I love the name Doris. Zena said, she would probably have a TikTok channel in no time with 1 million followers. Shanna says, Doris does dishes to dessert. Zena said, Doris dating advice. Menacing Muskrat said, same as in Canada, Stan. We sell our oil and then we buy it back. Yeah, I know we do that too. It's ridiculous. Like, what the hell is our moron politicians doing? Are our moron politicians doing? Stu said, look what we started, Alex. Santa said, a makeup tutorial. Stop it. Shanna said, an Oni air conditioner account. Much cooler than OnlyFans. Oh, dear. Zena said, Greenland is Mars. The jig is up. That's what I was thinking. Hey. Zena. Wavelength, mate. I was thinking that when they said we're going to Mars, I thought, which piece of land is that one? Because the moon was done, The Mars rover's on, Greenland, isn't it? Sybil said national sovereignty is what they hate. Shanna said, cheaper than trying to get a park near a hospital. Oh, God, that's impossible. Ego Shredder said, Doris the cow is on Only Farms. Disgusting how much cream is shown. She did 1,000 milkings the other week. I heard about that woman. She did 1,000 guys in 12 hours. Like, what the vomit factor? Okay, we won't do that. Ew. That'd be one smelly, I don't know. Holy shit. I don't know what to say. I've got no words for that one. Alex said, who decided this land we live on had to be paid for by taxes, etc.? This world belongs to all of us, and people need to be reconditioned to know and believe this. Exactly. We are the only species that pay to live on this planet. Deb said, nothing changed. He's still weird. I agree. Zena said, Sybil, I think they hate personal sovereignty. Can I say this word right? Sovereignty more. Alex said, well, I think I have an idea who made it all up, but you know what I mean. Shannon said, utterly disgusting. Stu said, I stayed a Parks Victoria free camp at Bansia Bluff, Cape Conran with my dog. Listened to the surf all night. Rare and awesome. Oh, lovely, Stu. Zena said, true, Alex, and there's no shortage of land. They just won't spend money on services for new towns. Ego Shredder said, Alex Ove, all land belongs to us Goyim. We shall tax you until you slaves have nothing left. Shalom. Shannon said, that is Space Force icon. Alex said, that's probably why there are chunks of history missing where stuff has been rewritten, etc. Maria, how you going? Hey, Hev, all promises made and kept by President Trump. Yes, I do believe. Alex said, yes, they just made us believe there is, hence why all the cities were built to make it look crowded. But there's so much land, we could all have some and more, Zena. Shannon says, promises made, promises kept, dishes are done and floor is swept. Alex said, yes, they want us to own nothing and be happy, apparently, Ego Shredder. Menacing Muskrat said, did anyone see that Vincent Fuchsia was at the Trump inauguration? Was he? Hey, Carl, how you going? Vince was at inauguration. Zena said, you know, people agonise over some MSG in their food but run to the doctor for a vial of poison straight into their system. Go figure. I've got MSG. It's fine. Anything that our government bans, I start to wonder about, you know. I don't use it often, but I've got it, you know. Anyway. Sherry said, saw that menacing. Deb said, hello, Maria. Alex said, another reason why they don't want to keep wars going. Everyone used to have their own land and look after themselves, and it just jumped. Where am I now? Holy guacamole. Oh my God, I'm way back in the chat. Oh, here we are. Okay. Everyone used to have their own land, look after themselves. Taxes were all temporary until they knew they could bleed the people dry. Zena said, didn't Biden announce he found the cure for cancer? Did I dream that? I don't know, because he did say when he went in he was going to find the cure for cancer, but I never heard any more about it. So I don't know. I'm actually drinking coffee, by the way. I don't drink coffee, but lately I have. I've been drinking coffee. Not bad, actually. But it's more of a milk coffee. It's not really made with much water at all. It's a very milky coffee. It's the only way I can have it. Okay. Stu said, pisses me off. I asked to stay lakeside Eldon with my dog. The normie said you can't do that as it's illegal. What the fuck? I'm not camping. I'm fishing or resting from a long drive. Piss off. Yeah. Deb's gone. And my phone dinged at the same time. Can I do it again? No. Shannon said, Chucky Shoe, you're going to reap the whirlwind. Sanya said, all that glitters is not gold. Tolkien. Might have been Gandalf. Stu said, soon they'll be charging us for roadside power nap stops. Menacing Muskrat said, Vincent Fuchsia means conquering over darkness. There you go. Sanya said, rumour that Kamala is blaming her husband for a loss and divorce is on the horizon. The Mad Catter sounds all great and all, but this great America Golden Age reminds me of the Book of Revelations. Let's all hope, I guess. The Mad Catter said, thank you, Mad Catter, for coming in. Zena said, you spend your time fixing their mistakes, your day is harder. Zena said, oh, God love you.
Timar28 tipped $50. I think Al Gore has Parkinson's disease. Also, have you heard Tom Homan from ICE seemingly slurring his words in interviews? I hope he has a medical team monitoring him. It seems he has hyperinsulinemia and is in
Stroke territory. I'm worried for him. Really? Timmy, you legend. I didn't know that Al Gore has Parkinson's disease. That might be why his voice sounds all shaky. I had no idea. And Tom Homan from ICE, seemingly slurring his words in interviews. I hope he has a medical team monitoring. Seems he has hyperinsulinemia and is in stroke territory. I'm worried about him. Oh, I hope he's all right. Oh, dear. God love you, Timmy, you legend. Wow, I didn't know that. Wow. Okay, Zena said, well, they need to have their internet cut off. Zena said, I got ordered by the ATO for $27.99 in overtime I never declared. Really? Shannon said, Hev looks like she has horns. It's the flag behind her. Oh, hang on, that one. Oh. Stu said, I told the Department of Vet Affairs the other day it stands for Veterans Abuse, not Veterans Affairs. Whoops. Hope they still pay me, and thank you, all you taxpayers, for supporting me. And Zeta said $27.79. And Shannon said wrong hole. Zeta said, let's fire all those who selected these DEI hires. Hey, Pat, how you going? Hev, I saw a woman on Facebook saying they were looking for people to train certain people to operate med beds. Really? Wow. I hope so. I just, you know, I've followed other therapies and things for now. Zal said, g'day, Hev and all Hevettes. How you going, Zal? Good to see you. Alex said, I saw a video the other day of a bloke who was a Photoshop expert and he downloaded a bummer's official birth certificate and showed it was all altered and separated it all. Lol. Yeah, that's been on the internet for years, Alex. I remember seeing that back in 2011 or 12. And they went through the layers on Adobe and opened up the layers where it had been layered by a computer. Yeah. Zena said, hey, loves, I have to go now. I'll finish watching later. Have a lovely week. Hope all the good things come to us first. I know, I'm hoping to. Have a good one, Zena. Menacing Muskrat said, can you imagine what we'll be chatting about in 10 years? We won. Yay. Zena said, happy Australia Day and love to all. I'll be back tomorrow anyway. Shannon said, Stu, sounds like you had indecisive parents, lol. Judy Ridley, how you going? Hey, everyone. Been a while, but I'm back. Good to see you, Judy. Sal said, we're all going to realise it hadn't been our fault, particularly because they scrub our memories every time we get reborn. Sorry, guys. Alex said, take care, God bless. See you soon, Zena. Happy Australia Day for tomorrow. Zena said, Madison, have you seen the Roseanne Barr and Tom McDonald rap duo? Daddy's Home. It's so good. Sal said, g'day, Mr. Spear. Shannon said, Soul Trap. Zena said, thanks, Alex. Sal said, the Soul Trap is only being used in the interim period now, so you're present when the shift finally occurs. Shannon said, Penny Wong in a thong is so wrong, she gets the gong. Alex said, I really hope you get the compensation you deserve, Stu. Yep. Zal said, Penny Wong is just another in a long line of cabal loyalists selling us out. Yes, definitely. Stu said, thanks, Alex. I'm getting it already with people like you in the world. Money doesn't fix everything. No, it doesn't. Alex is laughing and put a duck there with Shannon. Deb said, hello, Judy. Shannon said, Statue of Liberty. Judy said, hello, Deb. Sal said, the Great Awakening. Alex said, no, money is handy, but too much of it often leads to corruption. Look at the billion trillionaires. Yep. Ego Shredder said, Alex, would be good to see a Photoshop analysis of Putin's birth certificate circulating online. Some say it's faked. Deb said, yes, I did think you'd be very sore after moving. Yeah. So, yeah, I won't be going on Rumble today, but I'll try tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be okay. Alex said, I didn't know there was one of Putin. Shannon said Putin was swapped out ages ago like Elon Biden. Stu said, Alex, 100%. All I needed was enough to live a life and do what I wanted to do. The basics without asking for charity or having to steal a meal. Shannon said, probably a nasty bear riding expedition on wrong. South City's been replaced a little while back now. There you go. Shredder said, Alex, yeah, I found it a few years ago and stored it on my computer. Zal said Putin's wife more or less came out and said he was not the same man. Alex said, I think I need to set up an X account even though I don't want to. May set up a separate email. Don't like that they all want all sorts of info though. Oh, look, they've got it anyway, I'm telling you. They got your phone number. They got who we are. They know who we are. Shannon said, bareback riding on bear's back never bears fruit. Alex said, oh, yeah, I remember that from a while ago saying he was different, Zal. Alex said, I always see it as Twitter, but then it changed when it moved to X. You can't just look at it now without logging in. Kai said, finally, still not finished. Oh, my God, I'm running so far behind today. I hope you get it done, Kai. Alex said, Kellis Milkshake song. That's right. Khalees or whatever her name is. Deb said, oh, my God, Shannon. Shannon said, Cobra Kai. Alex said, yes, same. I just need enough money to get by. Kai said, now I've got to get a shower before the temp drops. Oh, yeah. Shannon said, Cobra Kai sees all. Zal said, Australia prior to Whitlam and Fraser was basically self-sufficient, made all its stuff and had plenty of resources. I could imagine it did. Alex said, is that why Trump wants to buy Greenland? Could be. Oh, jumped again. Oh, nearly there. Alex said, that's disgusting. Her parents are apparently her managers too. Zal said, Mars is an adjacent landmass to Earth. It's not red and it's accessed through one of the dome portals. Zal said, 1,000 chads in a day. Oh, yeah, I can't even. Oh dear. I don't even know. I can't. Can't be possible, surely. Isn't that like one guy every 40 seconds? What are you, like a factory fucking... Oh, mate. Ooh, is all I can say is ooh. Yeah, Shannon said pincushion. Gateway 10. Line up, line up, line up. Zal said Shannon's been paying attention. Gateway 10 is the Great Dome's access point. Zal said we've got 4 openings around our dome to secondary ring. Wow. Shannon said X marks the spot. Kai said, is it bad that I've stopped caring about even next year? It's been quietly, but still. End of March, early April, I get to restart somewhere in WV? I don't know, Kai. Alex said, awesome, Timmy. Stu said, shaking Stevens. Alex said, I saw you said someone had Parkinson's, but I'm not sure who you meant, Timmy. Al Gore? Al Gore, apparently. Deb said, thank you, Timmy. Shannon said, Al Gore got... Oh, God love you.
Timar tipped $25. Hyperinsulinemia is a condition characterized by an excess of insulin in the blood. It often occurs in response to prolonged elevated blood glucose levels. The body's cells do not respond properly to insulin, leading
to higher insulin production. Wow. That's amazing. Thank you, Timmy, you legend. So that's what that means. Okay. It's an excess of insulin. Wow. That's really interesting. God love you. And just in time, yeah, Alex was saying, I saw you said someone had Parkinson's. I wasn't sure who you meant. Timmy, and Deb said, thank you, Timmy. Shannon said, Al Gore got caught at an airport with vials of blood back in the day. I remember that, Shannon. Yeah. Kai said, hard to keep starting over. Sal said, Gore, what goes around comes around. Stu said, WV Mountain Mum, take me home. Take me home. Country road to the place I belong, West Virginia. There you go. I had to sing it to find out what WV meant. West Virginia. Ev. Okay, Kai said, looking forward to views when possible and want to pan for some gold because why not? Shannon said, roads where he went, he didn't need roads. Shannon said, John Denver, that is. Alex said, I'm glad the old videos are doing the rounds again, ready for the next wave of people to wake up to all the corruption, definitely. Kai said, I'll be stream bed walking, gonna cheat though, use a detector. Sherry said, I live in West Virginia for a while, Kai. It's a beautiful place, but the people weren't very friendly where I was. Oh. Stu said, Kai sounds great. Shannon says, Statue of Liberty is a Nazi salute now, according to the media. Oh, yeah. Kai said, Sherry, people suck in general. I found I don't have any in-person friends here in Tennessee at all. Everyone's from somewhere else. That's the hard thing. Since all the people come in from overseas and stuff, our communities are not we don't know each other anymore. I've just started I've had a new neighbour move in next door and I've just started to get to know them, so it's a good thing. Kai said, if I have signal, I'll do some lives from the out of doors. Jim Gordon, how you going? President Trump went coast to coast today from North Carolina hurricane to fires in California. So glad we traded Droopy Dog for the hedgehog. Excellent. Alex said, yes, that would be good to maybe have a call-in show for tomorrow. Best not to go so hard now after just coming back from a busy week. Yes. Especially since my lower back's already hurting a little bit. I think I'll just try to move a bit today and see how I go. Shannon said, going to get a hair and beard cut as soon as Hev finishes. Oh, wow. I'm holding you up now. Jim said, hi, Alex. Kai said, but Sherry, I'm by a military base and everyone suspects the worst of everyone else here, so they cause it pretty often. Alex said, it would be great if we all could meet one day, Kai. Stu said, Shannon, are you enlisting? And Kai said, Jim. Deb J said, Alex, I snuck in the back door and X through a notification from them. No account. Wow. Shannon said, too old for that, lol. Jim said, hey, Kai. Kai said, Alex, I know, right? I'd love it. Sherry said, yeah, Kai, probably the same in West Virginia. I was always told Southern people were friendly folk. My ex was from the South. That should have told me everything. Shannon said, green door. Kai said, I'm getting older. I'm going to do the lives so when something happens, there's a witness. Alex said, awesome, Timmy. Stu said, you're a good man, Tim. Kai said, Sherry, some really great folk here, like movie characters. And Deb said, thank you, Timmy. Oh, shit, it jumped again. Shannon said, flying to Antarctica. Alex said, oh, man, I need to do something similar when I managed to watch a video on there, and then I tried to go further. It wanted me to sign in. So annoying, Deb J. Kai said, but even the best of them can go completely off the rails if given good reason. Alex said, I love that song. Country roads take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia. Oh.
Timar tipped $5. This excess insulin can cause people to slur their words. It has to be super high to cause this condition. When I've had patients present in my office with this condition, I treat it very seriously as they are on the hairy edge of a stroke.
Oh. Yeah, that's scary, isn't it? So, okay. So when people slur their words, that's an excess maybe of it. It has to be super high to cause it. Yeah, it sounds like it. Yeah, the slurring of the... I mean, I do it on purpose sometimes, but to try and confuse the algorithm or the AI trying to pick up what I'm talking about. But, oh, God love you, Timmy, you legend. That's good to know, guys. Everyone should know that. The excess insulin can cause people to slur their words. Has to be super high to cause this condition. When I've had patients present in my office with this condition, I treat it very seriously as they're on the hairy edge of a stroke. Very good to know. And thank you again, Timmy. And all you legends, Deb, Stu, Shannon, God love you guys. You're all legends. Everyone watching is a legend, okay? You're all legends just for being here. Okay. Kai said, I was born in Mobile, Alabama. Zal said, I've seen that hypocrite AOC doing the Nazis. There you go. Kai said, close to Mobile Bay. Zal's put in little porcupines or something, I think. I hope that's a porcupine. Otherwise, I need new glasses again. Kai said, the hospital caught fire and was hit by a tornado just after I slid out. Really? Stu said, Kai was on top of a mountain at sunset last week and vowed to return 4x4 track. Not many people. Up there, it was uplifting. Oh, nice. Ego Shredder said, Timmy, there's a lovely young girl on YouTube whose mum is dying of stage 4C. I mentioned I've but got no reply from her yet. Girl is known for her Kate Bush thing on TV. Wow. Shannon said, got to go cut hair now. Have a good one. Alex said, what happened to your really comfy chair, Hev? This is my comfy chair. It's comfy. I was going to bring the recliner in, though. I just can't get it in here. I don't know how to. Not by myself, anyway. I need help lifting it over the desk. Now that I've put the desk in here, I should have done it earlier. Yeah. I don't know how I'm going to get it in. Maybe sideways and pivot, pivot turning and stuff like that. I might be able to. But yeah, I've got to wait till I get help. Sal said, Hev, where can I get over from here in Australia? Other than go see a doctor if pain persists. Other than that, a produce store. It'll come in a, hang on. It'll come in a, okay. For a horse, weighing. I think this is enough to treat one horse at 600 kilograms, right? So say if you're 100 kilograms, you would hang on. Plunger will deliver 1.07 of paste, which is sufficient to treat 100 kilograms of live weight. So what it comes like is that it's got these little ridges for every 100 kilos, I think, something like that. At least that's what I do. About a pea size. It tastes like apples. Shove it in and quickly drink something after it. At least I do. Okay. You find it online. Produce. It's for horses, You've got to give your horse out the back. You've got to worm your horse, So, I mean... As Al said, that was a form of Monty Python torture. Alex, my stomach's growling again. Alex said, could probably find it in a pet shop. Not sure if it'd be called that, but there's probably a brand. May just have to change doses, Al. Yeah. This one's called BRY. And it is. It's either. That's what it is. Yep, Stu said you can get it online in a pack. Sal said, Alex, I found some online sites overseas. I was hoping Hev had looked into it locally. Yes, I have. That's exactly it. And Deb said, Timmy. Alex said, I have a little tube of it that I got years ago from Pets at Home, I think, way before it came out that it can help human. Ego said, a 1970s singer said she had 2 doctors failed to diagnose her. Then an ex-retired doctor living nearby was contacted. He rushed her to hospital immediately and saved her life, hours from certain death. Really? Alex said, yeah, I think Hev may have got hers online, but I'm not sure where from. Just look it up for horses, okay? You'll get it. You'll find one. They deliver, so not expensive. Pretty good. Ego Shredder said, the singer is the woman from a band called Middle of the Road. Stu said, I'm going back with more than a bow and arrow and spear gun. Timmy said, ego shredded. I'll try and look for her on YouTube. Kai said, got distracted by the wife. That's always a good thing, Kai. Deb said, much love to all. Alex said, the Yeti chair. Oh, no, that was uncomfortable. That was really uncomfortable, actually. That chair. It was good at first, but quickly became very uncomfortable because I found that it sort of sat slightly tilted, like it had a lean on it. And I don't know how that happened, but it had a lean. So I was like constantly like, that's not good for your back either. This one's good. It's just not very high. And I feel like I need the recliner would be the best one. Sal said, does it work? Stu said, Hev hasn't farted in a while. Maybe it was the chair. Exactly, that was the chair. It groaned and creaked and made weird noises every time I moved. The bloody thing. Conchega said, Zal, I was getting mine from online and Border Force confiscated and destroyed it. Oh, no. Sal said, I thought that might be the case, KY. No, but as long as you don't go over a border, you're all right. You get it delivered to your house. For me horse, mate. Me horse out the back, you know. It needed worming, man. I had to. Deb said, hello, Conchega Yowie. How you going, Conchega? Zal said, thanks, Hev. Tim said, Hev's got the Dervet Ivor. Yep. I got it. Actually, this is the other one. I got two of them. Trading up a 1,200 kilo horse here. It's a big horse. It's a bloody big horse. Anyway. Yeah, and I've got the, and if you want the other one, you know, the, say you have the big C, right? Say you wanted something, right, to help in the meantime. Combantrin. I just got 6 packs on eBay for $50. 6 packs of 6? No. Yeah, 6 packs of 6, I think. Anywho, there's ways. There, where there's a will, there's a way. Okay. Stu said, hey, Conchega, I'll be travelling up your way soon. Well, at least near Mildura for some quality camping. Deb said, hello, Jim. Jim said, hello, Deb. Deb said, I have fodder stories. I can pick some up. Son's chair first. Stu said, sailors are shore. Chowie said, Sal, the Equimax comes in large syringe pump. Dial up your weight on the tube and dispense $26.99 per tube. Really? Mine was like $12. $12. Look around, shop around. Zal said, thanks, Conchega. Oh, my stomach growling. Deb said, Timmy has what? Ego Shredder said, Timmy, gee, the girl with her mum who's YouTuber said not so vicious. Just in case the YouTube URL is blocked in chat. Stu said, I had the big C once. I told her to piss off. Timmy said, where there's a will, I want to be in it. Definitely, Timmy. Deb said, Timmy has helped our daughter very much with C advice, and it's amazing. Timmy said, Hev, spell that brand you just mentioned. Which one, this one or the other? I'll spell them both, right? BIMECTIN. And it says in there that it is full, like, Ivor, right? The other one is Combantrin, the worming tablet, right? Hang on. Spell that one. Okay. COMBANTRIN. Okay, let me show you something, right? I'm going to show you the screen. Oh, God. Combantrin with mebendazole. Okay? And I ended up Where did I end up going? Where's eBay gone? Right? Okay. I went on eBay and they had 3 packets for $24 because otherwise they're quite expensive, you know. And I just got this one. See that? It says MEBENDAZZOLE. I just got this one. 6 tablets. 3 this is it. This is one I got. 3 boxes for $24.95, and I got 2 of them. Okay, so I went 2. Okay, so I got 6 boxes. 6 is a 36, and it's the way you've got to do it. There's a way you have to do it. On 3 weeks, off 3 weeks. Okay. So there you go. On 3 weeks, off 3 weeks with this one. But this one, I believe 1 week. There's different, you do it for different, where am I? For different things. Like there's a cleanse you can do. Just look this one up too. Hang on. I'm going to put this in the chat. And just for your own information, this shows you kind of how much. It also sells your stuff if you want, you know. But yeah, it's got but only in America, I think. I don't think it works over here. But the what do you call it? The dosages. Okay. And then. Okay. Ego Shredder said, Timo said Hev has the Dervet over whatever that is. Stu said for sure. Zal said worms. Yeah, worms for my horse. I've got to worm my horse, right? Stu said Mr. Ed, the talking horse, used that. Exactly. Timo said compantron. Thank you. Australia calls it something else, I see. We call it parental. Oh, okay. Yes. The worming stuff for you, you know. Okay, Zal, hang on a sec. I'll see if I can find the site that I went to. Spelling it wrong. Did you put Australia in there at the end, like the ingredient, and then Australia? Hang on. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I'm doing. Okay? That for horses, Australia, okay? Where did I get mine from? There's this one. Equine Performance. Abbey Labs. Vet Products Direct Australia. Verback Australia Animal Health. Pet Stock. Horseland. Wholesale Horse Warehouse. Where did I get mine from? Anyway, you can get it here. I swear. Just search it for Horses Australia, okay? So do the search, but for Horses Australia. Okay, because you've got all these. Where's mine? Well, it's like this. But you've got to check to make sure the ingredients in there. Kind of like this one. Just make sure it's got the ingredient though. Okay? Hang on, let me search. Hang on. If I put bimectin paste in there. Yep, this is what it is by the look of it. Mine looks different. It's in a little pink. Wow, they've gone up, some of them. I did get mine like that's random. Gumption paste. That's a cleaner. Don't use that. Wow, okay. So maybe the promectin? I don't know. That looks like... I think a lot of them would like have it in there, but just make sure you're searching for that as well. Gumption is a great cleaner. Deb. It really is. Okay. Alex said for research purposes only. And of course, always see your doctor if pain persists. Ego Stress and Mel Gibson was saying use it together to cure. Yep, exactly. Ego Shredder. Kai said got pulled away. It's hectic, empty day today. My hair's just not doing its own thing. Stu said a horse is a horse, of course, and no one could talk to a horse, of course. That is, of course, unless the horse is the famous Mr. Red. Ego Shredder said, I wonder how the animal and human formulations differ. Pretty much the same. For the Iva. The other one don't, Ego, the other one's just like Combantrin. The Fen-Ben, you know? Combantrin, Me-Ben. Same thing. Tim said our next chat might involve some guidelines as there are some cautions to consider. That would be great. Can you call in tomorrow, Timmy, when we do a call in on Rumble? Because I want to do that tomorrow. And if you are available, I would love that. Ego Shredder said just stay away from ivermectin. Alex said, do you have any equine shops near you, Zal? You could probably buy it there. Zal said, that's what I was concerned about, Timmy. Alex said, I was going to say, would it have the same ingredient? Deb said, I love Gumption, best cleaner it is. Kanchega said, Ego, the ivermectin was originally for human consumption. Zal said, yes, I've looked at many of these Hev is showing. Deb said, hopefully we can chat tomorrow. Alex said, yes, I remember what you told us about your friend, Timmy. Alex said, what a trip she went on. Kai said, how about the DNA-based CQR, DNA rewrite, inserted, cut-off date? Yeah, I'm going to wait and see what happens with that one. See what happens. Deb said, I have a funeral tomorrow. Oh, Deb, I'm sorry. Deb J said, always see your vet. Yeah, if pain persists, see your vet. Alex said, when we have a call in, Timmy, you can give us professional advice, so don't take too much of whatever. Yeah, Deb, sorry to hear that. Timmy said, the song they sang after he died was The Horse is a Corpse. Of course. And no one can talk to a corpse, of course. That is, of course, unless the corpse is the famous Mr. Ed. Wow. Deb said, yes, please, Timmy, call in with doctor in the house. Yeah, I got it. Ego Shredder, ivermectin. I got it. And that's a joke, YouTube, just in case it flips out on me somehow. That is just a joke. As always, see your doctor if pain persists. Alex said, twins, Deb J, Deb R. Jim said, so sorry, Deb R. Deb said she wanted to run faster. Deb J said, Alex with a heart. Alex said, so sorry to hear that. I hope it goes well, Deb, sending you love and prayers. Deb said she died months ago on Kangaroo Island and only just been able to get her to the mainland. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Okay, with that, guys, I'm going to leave it there for today. I'll be back tomorrow and hopefully we can do a call in. Well, I'll have to. Okay, I'll just go on YouTube for 5-10 minutes. We'll look at like, what is it, the Gateway Pundit or something very quickly, and then we'll jump over there and get everyone from here over there. So hopefully we'll do that. Okay. Hope you have a good morning, afternoon, or evening wherever you are, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Tim S. said, very well done, Hev. That was excellent. Impromptu singing of the song. God love yous, guys, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye, guys.